Hello. Hi, everyone. I know, nobody was probably expecting me to go live today. I'm sorry. We'll do stream announcements. And then... Huh. Should I post to Twitter? I don't like posting to Twitter. But I don't know if I should today. Sure, we'll do it. We'll do it. Why not? 1 second. I'm gonna make all the posts that I need to do for YouTube and Twitch, etc., etc. Let me ruin my, the amount of fucking VRAM, or not VRAM, RAM my computer is using with, Google and just open up every single fucking thing humanly possible here. Sounds like a great idea. We're learning a new character today, chat. We are... I kind of want to play Jin, I'm not gonna lie. But I want to play like a good Jin. Like a T7 Fundies Jin. If that makes any sense at all. If that term can even be used anymore. Good evening, gang. What's going on, man? How you doing? I'm making some posts real quick, just letting everybody know I am live, and then I will hop into practice for just a second, and then we will start our player matches. Say hey. Come say hey. We are live. Come say hey. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody slept well and did not sleep in as much as I did. I slept in way more than I should have, but not more than I normally do, actually. So it's actually not the worst. I went to bed really early last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wake up early. I'm gonna be able to be productive. And then I did not wake up early at all. Therefore, I was not productive. Unfortunate, but what's going on, Beggar? What's up, man? Give me 1 second. Like I said, I am making some posts real quick, just letting everybody know that I'm live. Also, okay. Let me turn down Spotify just a tad bit more. There we go. Not too much. I like having the music pretty loud. The cool Jin? Yeah. We're doing a little bit of Jin. Just a little bit, just a tad bit. Maybe, I don't know. I don't post enough to Twitter, ever. I really don't post ever at Twitter, so if somebody has, like, ever clicked on any of the Linktree links to go to my Twitter, or stalk me, and are going to my Twitter. Fuck, I just closed my YouTube thing. Hold on. I can't see YouTube chat right now, I'm sorry. One moment. That's all the posts I need to make, though. So we'll go ahead and head to offline real quick, because I do want to at least practice a combo. Just for a second. Just for one very quick second. Manage videos. Sure. Can I do it from here? How do I... Hold on. I have no idea how to do this, actually. I'm not gonna lie. What? Okay, hold on. Analytics. Edit video. Wait, how do I reopen... Oh, there we go. Okay, I just go to analytics. Got it. Okay, cool. I don't know if you guys lost that stream connection there for a second. I have no idea what happened there. That was a little weird. But we're here. Hello. Okay, I can see everybody now. So... I wanted to check out. So I made a Jin custom. Check this out. Bam. Look at that. Look at that, chat. I hope everybody's been having a good day, though. Hope everybody is enjoying their weekend as much as you can. Even though it just kind of started. I mean, I don't know. Actually, okay, chat. Do we consider, is Friday starting the weekend? Because it's a weekday, but it's the beginning. I don't know. I think it's like back and forth. Some people consider it a weekday and some people don't. So why Jin? That's a good question. So I think right now with Tekken 8, I am kind of struggling having fun with the game. Just kind of like flat outright. I think those of you who have stopped by my past couple of T8 streams can know that. And I don't think the problem with liking Tekken 8, I think it's a lot deeper than just, oh, I need to play a different character. However, I think that maybe playing a character who has more options might make that a little better. Heihachi is phenomenal. Like really, really, really good. Like really, 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 really good. But I don't know what it is about him. So I like T8 Heihachi a decent bit. I wish he was still like T7. But when it comes to Kazuya, I really don't like T8 Kazuya at all. So my two mains, Heihachi and Kazuya, have both kind of changed a lot. And dear God, Jin has changed a lot. Like he's got this stupid fucking Zen shit. And like... But he's also a very fundamentally good character, right? Like he still has an amazing fucking down forward one. I also want to check some frame data for some stuff. He also has an amazing down forward one at -3. Wasn't it -1 in T7 at one point? Or has it always been -3? I could have sworn that this was -1 at one point. I don't know. I might be misremembering. Either way, he still has the fundamental tools that he needs. Has like some of the best lows in the game. Down back 4, down 4. I mean, his hell sweep is okay. His hell sweep really isn't that good. I'm gonna be 100% honest. But it's not, like, the worst. Down 2, I've got to mention that. Is down 2 counter hit launch still? I don't think it does, right? I think that got removed. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, I was gonna say, I didn't think it did anymore. I'm glad that it doesn't exist. That's fucking stupid. But basically, the kind of like long-winded way of what I'm trying to explain here is that I can play him very fundies focused, right? I can down forward 1, down 4, spacing traps, back 4 with in forward 4, electric. But I can also, if I need to turn up the heat, whether I'm playing against a good player who needs to be pressured, or somebody who's just not using their brain. If I don't want to use my brain, I don't have to either. This is not like a main choice, by the way. Like, I'm not like, oh guys, I'm maining Jin now. I just want to be able to have a pocket Jin, because there are some times when, I don't know, I kind of wish that I had some stupid bullshit. And then there are also other times when I don't know. I'm doing the same thing that I did with Street Fighter 6. I think that, because in Street Fighter 6, for those of you who haven't seen me play Street Fighter 6, I started with Ryu, I think is what it... No, it started with Akuma. I started with Akuma, and I told myself I probably wasn't going to be interested in playing the game until Akuma came out, because I liked Shotos, but I struggled a lot with the game's mechanics. And because I struggled a lot with the game's mechanics, I don't know, I inadvertently kind of didn't like the game, in a way. Like, Street Fighter 6's buffer system is really weird. It's really aggressive. Like, it stores way too much information than it needs to, and it makes playing the characters that I want to play in the way that I want to play it kind of difficult, so I kind of didn't enjoy learning the game whatsoever. This happened to me in Street Fighter 6. I started with Ed, but Cammy was way easier, and for me, it's not even like an ease thing. It is. I think it was getting used to the system, just the system of how Street Fighter 6 worked. So for me, a lot of problems that I was having is I really wanted to play Akuma and Poke with crouching medium kick, and I could do drive rushes and all that kind of like whole shebang. However, I didn't know how to do that yet, and I wanted to kind of learn a more fundamentalist way of playing the game at first. So I wanted to resort to using crouching medium kick into Fireball, because it gave me decent damage, and at the time when I was learning Shotos around like Bronze and Silver, I think is when I stopped. Because I started at Rookie, went all the way through that to Bronze and Silver, and I started having the problem of getting DPs out of instead of a Fireball. And even though I'm doing a perfect quarter circle forward input, it's because of this like forward back and forth motion that I'm doing, right? And because the game is reading this forward input, if I do forward, down, down, forward, forward, like a quarter circle forward, and if that forward input's like, even like what, I think 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 frames, like after the down and the quarter circle forward input, it still reads it as a forward input. So you will still get a DP, and that's not fun. I don't like that, because I am very used to doing DP inputs. Like, DPs are not difficult for me, clearly. Neither are quarter circle forward, so I wish that the buffer system wasn't like that. And for me, I kind of got stuck at a crossroads where I didn't feel like I could enjoy the game unless I chose a character that kind of... Because, like, I'm very hard stuck. Not hard stuck. I'm very headstrong when it comes... I'm very hard stuck mentally, chat. I'm very hard stuck mentally with doing the things that I want to do, right? There are some things that I just really like to do. Got to do half circle forward. So that's actually a really interesting thing as well. when I was learning Street Fighter 6, I had temporarily switched over to whatchamacallit, hitbox leverless, because that's what I started Tekken 7 on, but I was afraid that if I played a Korean lever on, well, like a Shoto, and just did DPs consistently and quarter circle forwards, like all the, like a shit ton more, like it was gonna hurt my wrists a lot, which it already hurts my wrists a lot in Tekken. So I didn't want to decrease the health of my wrist anymore, so I started playing leverless. And on leverless, half circle forward does not actually work. You still need a little bit of buffer. It decreases the buffer significantly, but it goes down to like 3 to 5 frames from what my testing was. So if you still do it fast enough, you will still get a DP no matter what, even if you do a half circle forward. And it made me, again, because this isn't a Street Fighter 6 stream, this is a Tekken 8 player match stream, so I'll kind of wrap this up here. But it made me kind of come to the realization that because I am so headstrong in this way and style that I want to play, that I just need to play a different character. I need to play somebody that doesn't make me do what I want to do, so I learn more of the fundamentals of the game, so if I do enjoy it, I can come back later and learn those characters and not be so stuck in it. And that's kind of why I picked Zangief, because I was like, I just want to try and have fun, right? And everybody seems like they have a lot of fun with that character. And I've got pretty good motion controls, and I was like, you know, this shouldn't be that big of a deal. It should be okay. And I've had a lot of fun with it, and it's really fun gaming people who don't understand Zangief out of a match. But it's also at the same time, now that I'm in Diamond 2. Yeah, I think I'm halfway through Diamond 2. I'm almost at Diamond 3. It's a lot slower, and I have to play a much more fundamental game. I have to be much more patient, and it's improved, I feel like, my Tekken a little bit, and it's also improved my Street Fighter in general a lot. And I think with Tekken 8, I had this problem where and maybe you guys also understand. Let me put a text on the screen real quick for anybody who's like hopping in. That's like, why the fuck are you just talking and not actually playing the game here? 1 second. Do labbing currently. Player match after. We'll do the ... dots because it extends it. But so and then let me just move my thing over because I won't be able to read YouTube chat. Okay, there we go. So when I play Tekken 8, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this as well, but this is kind of a problem that I have felt, and I took a lot of time. Those of you who have seen my Tekken 8 player match streams recently, or me playing Tekken 8 recently at all, I've been pretty upset, pretty angry. I'm not gonna lie, there's definitely some like other things outside of Tekken that is causing my stress. However, I do kind of have a problem with Tekken 8, and my problem with Tekken 8 is that it kind of makes me a worse Tekken player. When I play Tekken 8, I feel like I'm getting worse, and a lot of the frustration that you guys were seeing was me kind of realizing that the more that I play Tekken 8, the more that I'm kind of like mentally going, okay, yeah, whatever, I just gotta like do bullshit. Okay, yeah, I just gotta spam Zen 3+4. Okay, I gotta do these things, and I'll do them kind of as a joke, and then they start working, and it replaces my good habits with worse habits, because there's better ways to play this situation, right? Like, let's say, right, Kazuya's at the wall, I'm in this situation, and Kazuya's really close to being dead. Down forward 1 isn't going to reach this instance. I can get really close, but like, you know, and I could spam Zen 3+4, and I could do these kinds of things, and they're not horrible options, but there's better things I can do, right? Like back 4 is great, forward 4 is great, down 4, run up is good. He has an entire throw game that he can use. Electrics are still consistently good in an instance like this. Forward 2, there's options that I have that are still kind of brain dead because it's Tekken 8 and it's Jin Tekken 8, but it gives my brain more options, and the more options that I have, I guess the more likely that I'm going to use them. So like, for instance, with Heihachi, I have a really, really, really bad habit. I've been trying to get better with it, and I think I have a little bit. And that's why I like the player matches. I use down back 2 too much. It's too slow. With somebody who, like Armor King, or even a Jin, anybody who's very comfortable just throwing out hop kicks, it's kind of a nightmare to play against. So then I start using down back 3, I think, with Heihachi. That one is a pretty fun low to use. and Hell Sweeps. But the problems with Hell Sweeps that Down Back 2 doesn't have is there's no High Crush property for me. So my brain goes, oh, High Crush, doesn't matter if it's slow, it's better. So I'll do those instead of single Hell Sweeps and trying to take my frames instead of the damage. And that's kind of what Heihachi is in Tekken 8, is don't really, like, focus on the lows unless you have somebody who just is not blocking low or cannot react to Down Back 2. Then using Down Back 2 a lot is good. But it just got me into bad habits. It just got me into bad habits. And Jin, I don't think is going to give me any better habits. Realistically, I really don't think that's going to happen. However, what I think will happen is I think I'll enjoy playing this character a little bit more because of the options that I have. And the more that I enjoy the game, the more I kind of want to learn, and the more that I'll be a little more interested in actually playing this game more consistently. And that's kind of my problem right now. My problem isn't, I mean, realistically it is, I've got bad habits, and I need to play this game more because I'm dog shit at it. However, all of that is kind of like underlining the fact that I'm not having fun right now, and I can't improve on any of those things if I don't have fun. So it's realistically just a fun pick. It's just a fun pick to give my brain something to learn and kind of force myself to try and play this character a little more fundamental based than what most people do, to try and retrain my brain back into that T7 mentality of actually playing better. More or less. Throw escape training. Hey everyone, hope it's good. Hi, Void. Thank you for stopping by again. It's awesome to see you again. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to do a little bit of practice, little minor bit of practice, and then we'll hop in here. So I'm sorry for everybody who is waiting here. I just wanted to do a little bit of practice, and then we'll do hard because I think. Oh, that's a 1+2. Because I don't know, I kind of locked in with Street Fighter 6 the other day, and just kind of stopped giving myself mental excuses, and that's what I need to do in Tekken 8. I also need to be reacting to these fucking grabs and not. That's 1+2. The character that got me to break a lot of bad habits is Lily. Yeah, and I think that, like, again, Lily is kind of brain dead in this game. However, I say that because I need to clarify that it's Tekken 8. However, her underlying character is a very, 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 very heavy fundamental character. You know, T7 Lily was decently fundamental. Why am I not breaking that? T6 Lily, holy fuck, bro. And T5 DR, when she came out, like, very, 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 very heavy on the fundamentals and understanding of how her character's kit works. And you can still play her like that because she still has those underlying. My god, why can't I break these? See, and this is why I wanted to practice, chat. I don't know why my throw breaks recently have been so bad. But they've been horrendous. Like actually horrendous. Ugh. Dude, I have this problem where I will just, and I think a lot of people have this as well, and I don't know why it's happened recently. Like I said, I have just, all of my bad habits that I used to have just have came back horribly, too. Like way worse than they were in T7. I had this problem in T7 where I would just, like, instinctively press whatever button I thought I saw instead of just looking and confirming with my eyeballs. But I don't know why. It started to come back in T8. I've started to become a lot less of a patient player the more that I play T8. And that's kind of why I started to get so upset at this game recently. Like what I was trying to say before, but I got kind of distracted saying a bunch of other shit instead. I don't know. I noticed that, like, because before, like, from the point that Tekken 8 has released up until, like, now, I haven't really played this game, like, much. Like, I play it offline with, like, friends and stuff like that, and I'll do, like, player matches with you guys, but, like, I didn't really play this game online. Like, I was not interested in playing ranked. And then I start playing ranked, and the moment that I start playing ranked, I feel like I'm consistently a worse player than when I was literally playing once or twice a week, only offline with my friends and only with you guys. Like, I even though I'm still doing both of those, just the fact that I'm throwing in ranked into the mix, like, literally was fucking up my consistency. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't played a lot, so now my brain is like, oh, you're coming across multiple different, like, types of players. You're coming across people who are just mashing their fucking brains out. They're doing all kinds of different things. So I have to rebuild that muscle memory of how to beat mashers, how to beat people who aren't thinking, how to stop respecting people who aren't ever going to respect me and aren't going to, like, stop doing things because I keep punishing them. They're just going to keep doing it. I don't know. I lost a lot of that. And a part of me is kind of confused on if... Oh, I tapped out of the game. A part of me is confused if that is from not playing Tekken and I'm only realizing it once I've played in Ranked, or if that's from now that I've started to play Ranked. Because, like, even when I play in player matches, I feel like I'm playing worse. And I think it also might be a little bit of a mental thing. Like, I might just be kind of, like, getting burnt out with the game, and that also might be a part of the reason as to why I'm just consistently not doing good. But I don't know. I really don't. Okay. Holy, dude, my brain is not working. One breaks are fucking me up today. Like, a lot. I don't know, man. And they feel faster to me now. Like I don't know. I've never really had too bad of a problem breaking grabs before. Until recently. Like, it's literally only been recently, and my grab breaks have just fucking been horrible. I don't know what's happening. Learning Lily taught you how to be more defensive? Yeah, and that's kind of what I want to be able to do with, like, Jin is, like, self-imposed training restraints. Like, okay, let's not use this tool nearly as much, or okay, this didn't work and we know that this person knows that this won't work, therefore let's stop trying to go for this move, Avrix. He has the ability to play very brain dead. He has the ability to play very knowledge checky, but he also has the ability to play extraordinarily, like, dry Tekken if you force yourself to. And I don't think that there are too many characters that are like that in this game anymore. Like, if you try to play dry Tekken with Kazuya, it's just going to be a very simplistic Hellsweep Vortex Kazuya, because he's missing a lot of the coolest parts about him from T7, in my opinion. Like I really thought I broke that one. Like the OG down forward 1-2, down back 2, a lot of his, like, Oki mix-up, a lot of the character, for those of you who didn't play Tekken 7 or didn't play a lot of Kazuya in Tekken 7, he was literally all about Oki, all about Vortex mix-ups, and all about Oki. Literally all of his best tools knocked you on the ground and force you to woke up, or reset a situation where he gets not a true 50-50, because you can move, obviously, but, like, it's a gas that you have to wake up on. And that was really fun. Really fun. I like that a lot better than his down forward 1 that he has now, because I don't think that his down forward 1, like, down forward 1-4 is a great change. I like it, but, like, it's just, I think Band-Aid fixing the problem that they already had. Like, just give me back down forward 1, down forward 2 originally. Like there's down forward 1, down forward 2, which is the mid. There's down forward 1-2, which is the mid high that's 0 on block. But the original down forward 1-2 from T7 was a mid, and was -13 on block, and lock your opponent into crouch, but it gave you a ground splat, so you got a free steel pedal off of it. And then off the steel pedal, obviously they're going to tech roll, and obviously if they tech roll, it resets Vortex. So it was, I don't know, it was the fun playstyle that I enjoyed playing. And you can still do that with Kazuya, like, in T8, but I just don't think it's nearly as fun because the bullshit that you're going up against with people. Like, it's just a nightmare to deal with, in my opinion. So having the ability to play as dry as I want, and then seeing somebody go, oh my god, you were just playing like a fucking moron. Let me play dry, but still play good enough to where I can actually beat said player. And that's kind of why I wanted to play Jin. And then also, again, because just I don't really like Kazuya in 8, and I don't know, I feel like I need to play more ranked with Heihachi, or play more consistently to kind of get him better. Like, I'm kind of at this, like, almost plateau, I feel, with him. Like I feel like I'm pretty decent with him. Like, I feel like I could, if I played ranked right now, probably hit, like, Tekken God. with Heihachi. Like, not like one day, because again, I have a problem with consistency. Hello, I5, thank you for stopping by, man. Let's actually start the fucking match. I'm sorry. I've been fucking throw break practicing here. But I don't want to play ranked yet. And because I don't want to play ranked yet, I think I need to just enjoy the game more. And hopefully a little bit of that comes from learning a new character. There's a lot of moves that Jin has. I actually don't really know this character. Come on. What the hell? It's not letting me type. Hello? My mouse isn't popping. Oh, there we go. Hold on. There we go. And turn that off. We'll go up to 15. We'll do 3 groups. Actually, we'll do 4 because that's what it says the base is. Enable cross-platform. Okay, that looks good to go. Alrighty, we're good, guys. Hop in here. Let me catch up with chat here and change this text real quick. There we go. Okay. Cool. I became a VTuber? Yeah, I guess so. You could say that. This was always the end goal, though, so... Yes. Yes. I get to express myself more. Yes, I do. Yes, I am. And it's cool as fuck. A lot cooler than some. Plus, it's not, like, taking up the entire screen. So, I think I'm allowed to get away with it. To be honest, I'm done with rank. I can understand your want to. Was this Jin? Oh, it's WoW ring, that's why. Right. Kokoro's learning WoW. Good shit. I just need to be careful of that. That's launch. I try to dash forward. Good block. Good block. Ah! Kokoro on it. Wow. Yeah. I didn't know you were giving him some tips. Oh, good step. Fuck, that's launch as well. Would you, I5, would you say that the way that you're damn it, good grab. I did it again, I don't even know what happened there, actually. I'm gonna be real. Good shit. You can't hear the game? Oh shit, what? Hold on, Kokoro, hold on, if possible. Sorry. I need to fix this real quick. I didn't even know you couldn't hear the game. Thank you for letting me know. Tekken 8, there we go. Okay, there you go, guys. Sorry about that. I had no idea. Appreciate it. Thank you for waiting, Kokoro. Why did I press there? You know that string? Respect? Does down... I think down 3-3, down 3-4? Does that jail anymore? Good sidestep. On, Hwoarang. Is it down 3-3 or down 4-4? The low kick into the high. Fuck. I shouldn't have backdashed back into that. Damn, man. Ugh. Still minus 13 on block? Oh, is it? Okay. Got it, got it, got it, got it. But yeah, no, I feel you, Beggar. I don't want to be done with ranked. GG's. Yeah, GG's, man. As always. I want to see more of that Hua-Rang. I'm also playing on a Japanese lever today, so if you guys hear me making excuses, that's what the excuses I'm making are. I don't want to be done with ranked, though. There we go. Okay, so you can see my mouse on the stream, but you can't see my... Okay, that's weird. I'm just going to put it down there, then. I don't want to be done with ranked. Because I feel like that, realistically, it's a really good way to practice. Like, it can form bad habits if you're not, like, careful. But, I mean, it realistically is the best way to just consistently run sets with as many random players as possible. And the amount of people that you play against is very important to your consistency, I feel. Ah, fuck. Ah, good quarter circle forward. Good stuff. Ah, I ducked. Ah, good job, good job. I shouldn't have pressed there. That was not my frames to take. Ah, dude, I need to get better at my dash blocking. I'm thinking about picking up Leroy. Leroy's cool. Leroy is pretty cool. I don't know this character. Ah, they're just too slow. You're struggling a lot more on P2 side? Yeah, I do. For a couple of different reasons. I don't normally play P2. Damn. my electric come out? No. Yeah, cool. That's unfortunate. But I don't usually play P2, which is a part of the reason. However, it's also because I'm playing on a new stick. Or not a new stick. Ah, good shit. I should have done something faster. Fucking I pressed 2 instinctively. Good shit. Yeah, no, I'm struggling a little bit. I really don't know how to KBD with this Japanese lever on the right side. It feels so weird. Like, really, really, really weird. Like, normally I don't struggle with movement on the right side when I'm playing with my Korean lever in. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it, but, like, because it has a tighter reset. So it's like, I can... Oh, oops. I don't think Bob meant to do that, I'm assuming. GG's. Good stuff, Void. As always, seriously. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate all of you stopping by, as always. And somebody pointed out already. So I'll go ahead and just pull out the elephant in the room and point out that I'm aware that doing the whole PNG duper stuff is probably going to lessen my audience of people that will watch my stuff, but I don't care, honestly. I really don't care that much. The people who I want stopping by and the people that I want watching my content and all that kind of stuff are the people that are okay with this kind of stuff and really like me for me. So that's why I'm like real. Oh god, the Mr. Clean Brian. Good stuff. Oh, dude, I'm not reacting. I'm gonna be real, my brain didn't even process this was Brian. The custom has me so fucked up. Ah. Good job. Dude, I thought I was out of range, that's why I didn't even duck. Keep hitting me with that. Keep throwing that out, seriously. I mean, unless you don't want to. But I don't know what I'm doing. I do need to practice my my right side though. It's just way worse on Japanese lever than it is on Korean lever. And I'm aware of that. I need to practice it more. I think it's pretty cool, so you never know. Yeah, no, I know. And that's what I mean. Is like, people like UCRT, that's the homies I want around. Right, it's not true. Oh! That would have been bad. Dude, that's so unfortunate. Dude, what am I doing? What is my brain doing right now? I'm still learning Dragunov, kind of hard in rank with him. He's, there's certain things that you gotta just kind of, like, do with him. Like, there's certain things that get people to kind of stop and freeze up, and those are just what you gotta know. Dude, what am I doing? Thank you. I couldn't duck that one if I wanted to. That's way... Not the correct punish. But I'll take it. Random, but how to counter Zafina? That's a great question. I wish I knew. There's not a lot of Zafinas, like, in my area. Let alone in, let alone in general. So it's hard. Damn, man. I tried to do 4-4 too. Ah, that's unfortunate. Ah, why did I press there? Oh, maybe that was a good idea. Yeah, I should not have won that. I needed to be ducking those way more. I don't know why I wasn't. Thank you for continuing to do it and hit me with the stupid shit like grab me like I really needed to. That scramble, it was a scramble, yeah, but I appreciate you testing me because I needed to be tested badly there. Pretty horribly. And it's stuff like that. Like, oh, and that's another thing, too, why I want to learn a new character, is it helps me kind of lock in with things that I need to be doing. So, like, I'm too focused on doing my own moves that I was not reacting to Snake Edge, something that I do not struggle with ever, or breaking generic grabs. Like, it was a lot of stuff that's just like, why am I getting hit by this? And the easiest answer is because I'm too focused on learning my own character. And that's also another reason as to why my right side is really bad today, and you guys are going to notice it's significantly worse than usual, is because I don't normally practice on it. I don't play on a Japanese lever normally like I am today. And... Sorry, taking a drink. I'm playing a different character, so my brain is trying to process it. Are you trying to taunt, not grab? Oh, okay. Well, it helped. Damn it. That was lucky. Oh my god, bro. I need to learn a better combo, I really do. Forward 4 was just too slow.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh yeah, right. Down forward 1 doesn't work. That doesn't work either? Damn. Damn. Good job. Good job. I was pressing way too much immediately. But no, I wish I knew how to counter Zafina. Sorry, Royal. Don't play against her. That's crazy. That didn't pick up. Wait a sec. What's up? Damn, man. Ah, I didn't mean to hold forward. I tried to sidestep that. Damn. Dude, I broke that. I'm positive I broke that. I am 1,000,000% sure I broke that. Dude, that range. That's wild. Good stuff. What's Jin's power crush again? I completely forgot what it was. Is it down 1? No, it's not down 2. Down 1 in Zen 2. Okay, thank you. Because I was thinking like back 1 or up back 1 at first. I don't know why I was thinking. I think that's just because what it feels like for mainly most people. Because it's up back 2 for Kazuya, or Heihachi. It's forward 2 for Kazuya. I don't know. I wasn't expecting a down input, I guess. Finally made it. It's all good. No worries, Dewey. Thank you for stopping by. What's going on, man? What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's been good. What's on everybody's mind here? Has there been anything crazy that's happened recently? Any Tekken news that anybody wants to talk about? I mean, of course not, but anything going on at all? Just curious. Was that King, not AK? I think it was. Lots of work. Yeah, I know that you're having a work problem. Trust me. Trust me. If I know anybody's situation, it's I know yours. You got Fujin yesterday? Congratulations, man. What was your highest before? Purple ranks? Or also, who's your main? I love Void's name on. It's Void Miyamoto High. Kazuya showed up at your job and ordered a pound of cheese. I bet. I would believe it. Garyu to Fujin in 2 days with Fakumram. 400 hours of Heihachi stuck at Flame Ruler. What do you... actually, that's a stupid question to ask. Because, of course, if you knew what your problem was, we would fix it. I was going to ask, what do you think you felt like you were weakest at? I mean, maybe you can answer that. I feel like that's an important thing to look at. And also just switching it up, right? Sometimes you don't have a game plan that's working. And sometimes you just got to switch things up. That's a problem I have badly. Badly, chat. Sometimes the game plan is to not run your original game plan, but harder. There is sometimes that is the best play, but then there are other times where that is not the best play. There is actually a lot of times when the answer is to just switch it up and not run your same game plan, but harder. Honestly, I think Heihachi was just too hard. I was able to punish way more stuff and play way more fundamental Tekken with Fakumram. Was it a problem with Hell Sweeps and with Electrics? Because Fakumram has a lot more lows. For sure. A lot more strings as well. Holy shit, a lot more. Heihachi is a tough character. See, I don't think so, but that's also because Heihachi is my main character, so I feel like that, like, I obviously have subjectiveness that I need to be aware of. So, I think that everybody has, obviously, like, no matter if a character is really good or really bad, I think that there are just people naturally that are going to find some characters easier or harder because of their playstyle, and I think a lot of people forget that, right? So if somebody goes, oh, this character is really, really, really easy, and you don't find that character easy at all, it's probably because that might not be your playstyle. The character might be very easy and run a single game plan that is extremely good, but if you don't like running that game plan, then you're going to struggle a lot more with that character. Heihachi's is, like, interesting in Tekken 8. He has a handful of things that he can do. Like, his punishment, it realistically, in my opinion, like Heihachi's win condition is get them to the wall. If you get them to the wall, you have so many mids that wall splat. So many mids that wall splat, 1-1-2 that wall splat. Like, you just have so much to consistently get more damage out of them, and he has absolutely insane amounts of damage. So being patient in the neutral and taking your frames when you need to without letting them approach and get greedy, and trying your best to get them to the wall is kind of like more or less what Heihachi does. I mean, that's right, everybody should be taken to the wall. Every single character you play, you want to take people to the wall, but there are some people that are better at the wall than others, and I think Heihachi really, 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 really shines in that situation. The lows helped a lot. Yeah. I figured so, because like I said, like down back 2 is a good low. It really is. However, down back 2 is a horrendous low if your opponent is mashing, right? Like if you do, I don't like one of a spacing trap that I like to do very, very commonly is down forward 1-2 blue spark into down back 2, because it either tippers and barely misses. And in that situation, that does suck. Or if they try and dash forward towards me and do forward 2, or a dash forward into anything, usually it will hit them. And it's a way for me to get a good chunk of damage out and continue with a good amount of frames after they have approached me. However, a problem that I ran into a lot that I stopped running that game plan for a hot minute was in lower ranks, specifically right now Fujin, because it's like, red ranks is, you just don't really know what's going on in the game, right? And none of this is to like downplay anybody or to make anybody struggle worse at all. It's just, I think, fundamentally appropriate to at least point out that, like, with the game, red ranks, obvious. I don't think many people know what's going on with this game, right? Like, I don't think until you get to, like, Tekken God, you get to people who really kind of understand how to play Tekken. Like, people who know how to run their own game plan. But I think there's a difference between understanding how to play Tekken at an optimal level and understanding how to run your game plan. And red ranks is like, okay, I'm getting an understanding of my game plan. I want to run my game plan, but when you start running your pressure, I freeze up because I don't know what's happening. Purple ranks is kind of like that as well, but it's more towards the, okay, I'm sick of holding this block, let me see if I can mash in these certain instances. So people will start mashing a little more than they normally do. And then blue ranks is just like, everybody knows their power crushes, and everybody knows that heat smash or popping heat will give them a free turn take. So you will just get people who are consistently using rage art, consistently using power crushes, consistently using heat, just to try and take their turn back. And it comes on you as the player to take it to a layer 3 situation of knowing that you can't take your frames even though you're really plus, because they are going to try and take it back. So the better plan would be to try and wait for them and punish them being greedy. And a lot of people kind of get stuck in that like mashing game of just trying to press buttons. And that game plan that I described is just kind of objectively how you're supposed to play through blue ranks. Realistically, it's what I think the game is trying to teach you and why so many people get stuck at it, but it's difficult. It really is. It's difficult to tell yourself to try and press on a different timing, to try and consciously tell yourself, hey, this person is clearly going to try and press and try and get greedy and try and hop kick, try and can, try and anything like that. And I need to be the better player and realize that and move on. And even though this game sucks and supports people playing like that, I need to understand that it's just the game that we play, unfortunately. So a very long explanation as to why down back 2 is difficult. Because, again, can with Asuka, or AK. AK has been just flooded with blue ranks. I literally have not played any character other than AK in blue rank since I've started playing rank since AK is released. And because of that, in situations where people know that hop kick is great and is only -13 on block, so it's not launch punishable, let alone like barely anybody ever punishes the move on block in blue ranks in the first place. If I use my down forward 1-2 setup that I was talking about, it's common that I will have people just run up hop kick me, and it works. That's a great solution, but it's not a great solution because they know what to do. It's a good solution because they just are like, well, let's just see if this sticks. Let's just throw this at the wall and see if it sticks. And you kind of just have to accept that that's how Tekken 8 is. And I don't know. I guess just swallow that this game is probably not ever going to get past that, and people are always going to be playing like that, and move on. And characters who have a toolkit that make it more difficult to do those kinds of things, to get lows out without risking getting launched for it, and other things like that, it becomes harder to play. So I definitely won't disagree that Heihachi is difficult. I'm sorry, I'm thinking, because it's like, I don't know who I would consider easier, Kazuya or Heihachi, because like in my mind, I feel Heihachi is easier for me. But I think that's also because I've just played a lot of Heihachi. I think Kazuya's game plan is easier. Having down back 4 is really nice. And then if you need a move that has down back 2's property for Heihachi, down 1+2 is crazy, and launches as well on counter hit. So it's I think Kazuya's kit is easier to do what I talked about, but because he has less options, it is harder in an applicable way when playing the game. So I think it's really harder to just directly say outwardly on paper what is easier or what is harder. I think it really just depends on your game style, I guess, your gameplay style, however you want to play is what I'm trying to say. And I think that's really the biggest thing, honestly, because I don't, like, down back 2 sucks, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't really care that much about not having that bad of a low, right? Like, having 1 health sweep not combo, but leaving me at +8 for a guaranteed back 4 if they press anything, allows me to kind of apply the pressure that I think Mishima's kind of are best in, and that's when people hesitate and freeze up. And I think because Tekken 8's given you so many options to deal with Kazuya's Hell Sweep Vortex, including just making everything way more linear in this game as well, that it becomes consciously harder to run Kazuya's game plan, because instead of people freezing up and going, okay, I need to guess this mix-up, or I need to hop kick if he's wave dashing in my face, or I need to tech roll into sidewalk left, people are just hop kicking and can-canning and power crushing and trying to parry and etc, that it makes it harder to play a more fundamentalist kind of like, oh, I've done Hell Sweep 3 times in a row now, surely they're going to block. No, they're not going to block. They're going to hop kick you. And I think that, like I said, that's when Mishima's really flourish in Tekken is when people hesitate. And I think Kazuya or Heihachi makes people hesitate more. And at the very least, it's easier to blow people up if they don't hesitate, in my opinion. However, again, I think it really just comes down to what you like, what your game style is, what your gameplay style is more. And yeah, like, and then I don't really even know about Reina. I can't even talk on Reina, I don't think, because I haven't played her a lot. I will say that, though, that, like, if we're talking basic Mishimas, Jin is absolutely the easiest, 100%. I haven't played AK in a while, or haven't seen AK in a while, really. Also, hello, One Punch. Sorry, I was in a very long explanation. I saw you sent that message, and I got distracted talking. I hope all is well with you, man. True, like, I find Lars brain dead easy, but my friend can't play him for shit, and that's a great example, because we had a player, I think it was last player match stream, actually. We had this exact same situation, where there were people that were like, dude, there's no way that you think that Lars is, like, brain dead. Like, this character is not brain dead. I am of the opinion that this character is brain dead, and I am also of the opinion that I really do not see how you can see otherwise. But I think that the answer to how people can see that is just the fact of how people play, right? Like, how many, realistically, ask yourselves this question, chat, because this is an important question when it comes to understanding people's playstyles, understanding what people are doing, how they're playing, why they're doing the things that they're doing. How many Lars players do you guys think actually believe that they are, like, fundamental masters and are playing real true Tekken at its hardest, like, core, and, like, get off the game and go, man, I'm so glad that I got to play some hardcore fundamental Tekken? Who wants to play in room B? I'll take you up for that, actually, Bob, after one more go around. I'll gladly do that. And then I'll hop back in this one as well, because I don't want to wait too long either. I do actually kind of want to play some this time around. A lot more than usual. Maybe like Kaizoku Lars? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a bit with him. Lars suffers from ADHD? Yeah, a bit. Lars watches a little too much TikTok content, to say the least. Going back though in chat, McBill said, I like Armor King, but he is everywhere. He is everywhere. You see him a lot in Tekken King. I wholeheartedly could believe that. That makes plenty of sense. Heihachi is easier than Kazuya. That's kind of what I think as well. And like kind of what I was saying, I think that Kazuya's game plan is easier and simpler, but I think because of it, it leaves less options for the Kazuya player and kind of just requires you to just be better. Like, there's a lot of instances in matchups that I've ran into with Kazuya that was just kind of like, just be better. Like, I remember in T7 when I'm, like, trying to deal with, like, AOP with Zhao Yu, or Lucky Chloe as well. It was, like, down forward 4. That's your I-13 mid. You don't have any other options. Oh, that doesn't have good enough frames for you? That sucks. Play a different character. Like, that's just kind of how Kazuya is. So I think his base kit is really, really good. Really good. And I think his game plan is simple, but I think a simple game plan in such an aggressive game kind of requires a stronger character or a stronger player. Not exactly a Mishima fundamentalist, not somebody who's like directly a Mishima main, but I think just a really good player. Like, I just think it takes a really good player to play a good Kazuya. Law player learning Kazuya here, I want to be cool too. I think Kazuya is pretty cool. I think Kazuya was so much cooler in T7 personally, but... As much as I love Lars, he is brain dead. I don't know how you love Lars, but I'm glad that you can at least agree. Yeah, not many. I only know one. Yeah, I think I already said that as well, I5. But yeah, it's like there are people who play characters like Lars, and I won't name any more. I paused because I was going to name more, but I won't name any more. You guys can fill in the blanks. You can Mad Libs your own character into this argument as much as you want, because it'll probably be applicable. But there are people that don't play characters like Lars because they like that playstyle. They want to play brain dead. They are aware that it's just pretty non-stop aggression, and you get a lot of reward out of being aggressive. And then there are people that want to play that character for any of those reasons that I just named, but then an also underlying factor of, oh no, I think that this character is a fundamentally strong character, and you have to be like a really good player to play this character, and I want to show it. And then there will be people who will kind of prove the point that this character is carried. Not exactly like, because like that's the thing, there's nothing wrong with being carried, right? If some people are just carried by characters. I was carried by Jin when I played the past 3 or 4 matches that I just played. I don't know this character. I barely fucking play this character, and I wasn't losing matches, and I was kind of doing the majority of the same things. There's nothing wrong with being carried. There really isn't, because it doesn't take away your winning, right? Like, it's still a character in the game, right? If somebody's pissed off at you for choosing that character realistically, especially in like a ranked or a tournament situation, that's their problem, realistically, because it's a character in the game. So there's nothing wrong with being carried, but there is something wrong with not admitting that. There's something wrong with trying to fight tooth and nail that you're playing this, like, T7 version of a character that doesn't exist and hasn't ever existed. I mean, Lars is, like, game plan has kind of always been aggression. Like, his stances are very difficult to follow, and it's the risk versus reward that Lars gets for throwing things out is a lot higher than the reward. See, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to like downplay it, because it's like in a situation where somebody knows how to play Lars and you come across somebody who doesn't know how to play against Lars, of course they're going to get demolished. But if we take that situation and put it against somebody who, at the very minimum, understands what common Lars flowcharts are, a lot of players who play stance-heavy characters, like Huao Reng, like Lars, like any of those kinds of characters, they will instantly jump the gun and say, oh, see, look, I lost this matchup. Like, if somebody knows how to play against the character, they just blow me up. And it's like, yeah, if they do know how to play against the character, they know general counterplay, but if you're getting blown up because you're doing Silent Entry 2, I think is what it is, his like, fucking, like, Jin's down 2 equivalent that he has from stance, I think that's... Fuck, is that... It's not dynamic entry, and it's not limited entry. No, it might be dynamic entry. It's dynamic or silent entry 2, I think. Or silent entry dynamic 1, I can't remember. But you guys know what I'm talking about. The one where he enters, and he does, like, Jin's almost down 2 low in stance. And I think it also launches on counter hit, if I remember correctly. I can't even remember at this point. But, like, that is such a common flowchart that people do because it leaves you so plus, and you can continue to apply stance pressure that there's no reason to not go for it, and because most people don't want to care about lapping Lars, people get hit by it and don't want to duck in that kind of situation. So if you are just using, again, whatever silent or dynamic entry 1 or 2 is, the low that I talked about here, if you're using that all the time and you're playing against like a Brian player who's just hop kicking you every single time, or is sidewalking you the way that you're supposed to, and then is launching you for it, it's not because the character is bad, it's because you're not used to somebody understanding the counterplay for the matchup. And I think that's an important thing that people don't really consider, is there are plenty of characters that are like, people don't know the matchup until you get to like a certain rank. Like, for instance, Tekken King. Like, if we're not talking about AK, and we throw out the fact that AK is the newest character and everybody's playing them right now, what are your guys' most commonly seen characters in Tekken King, Bushin, maybe even Tekken Emperor? It's like Kings, Yoshimitsus, Huao Rengs, lots of Larses. I've seen a lot of Larses. A lot of that kind of stuff. And it's because they're getting stuck at that point that I talked about, where they understand their game plan, but they're not changing their game plan up because they're just running with this consistent thought that everybody is just doesn't understand it. Or, oh, this guy knows the matchup, well, I'm just not going to rematch him because probably nobody else will understand this matchup. And then they just kind of keep running their head into a brick wall and plateauing because they're assuming that other people won't know, that you can continue to knowledge check enough people to climb higher to a rank, when that's not the case when you get to the point to where you start getting flowchart or knowledge checked for flowcharts, because that's what people do, right? Is most people will only learn the baseline counterplay. So like if you're only doing dynamic or silent entry 2, the move that I keep talking about, right? And you never go past it, you don't know what this person's knowledge is. You don't know if they know any of the other moves. You don't know if they know how to duck or step any of the other strings that aren't jailable. You don't know about any of that. All you know is that he knows how to punish the one move that you've been doing consistently, and that's it. People just get stuck on it, and I'm not too sure why. I think that it's also a part of just like, because learning Tekken is fun. Well, it used to be fun. I'm trying to take a different mentality towards it and just going, okay, you know, I didn't play this correctly. I don't know this matchup. I really need to learn this, and kind of going from there. And I don't know. Like I said, Tekken's aggression, I think burnout is a really serious problem that a lot of people really don't talk about, and it is genuinely a key factor as to why so many people feel like they're plateauing, because it's not fun to improve. At least for me, at least I guess talking in a subjectively way. But I feel like there's other people that also agree, or at least a lot of people that agree with me, because a lot of the people that I talk to offline, friends-wise, who are like, I barely play ranked because it's not fun. And it's stressful. It's stressful, but the aggression is just, it's hard to keep up with. It's very mentally exhausting. Tekken, in general, is a very mentally exhausting game, but Tekken 8, I think, is the most mentally exhausting Tekken that has really ever existed. And I feel like I can even say that now, especially since we did a handful of Tag 2 streams, and we had, like, multiple of, like, some of the unironically best Tag 2 players from Tag 2's era who was stopping by and playing these matches. And I still feel that, like for instance, those of you who were here for the Tag 2 matches, Chi-Town, Chi-Town Deuce, I think is what his name was, which I didn't even know was a good Legacy player until I saw a Google Doc that somebody had pulled up from back when Tag 2 was around that listed him as like an A-tier player in Tag 2, which was like pretty crazy for me to think about. And the guy mained Capos, so he played Eddie and Christie, and he had very straightforward game plan, and it was really annoying to deal with, but it wasn't like this annoying that wanted me to stop playing the game. It was this annoying where everybody was taking notes on ranges and the frame data for moves currently, and checking if you can, if certain moves jailed, and double checking all of our current Tekken knowledge that we had up to that point to make sure everything was correct. And it was fun, and it felt like I was learning a lot. And I don't see people doing that in Tekken 8, and I think the answer, or the question that we need to be asking ourselves is why? And I think that the answer in part is burnout, and how aggressive the game is towards your mental exhaustion. Like, this game just mentally exhausts the fuck out of you because of just the constant aggression and constant stances and constant everything. There's just so much you gotta keep in mind in this game all at once, and there's a lot that you need to keep in mind in Tag 2, but like, it's to a different extent. It's just different. That's the best way they can put it. It's just different. Good patience. Good patience. Unfortunate. Good block. I'm not fucking doing things I'm supposed to be doing properly. I tried to do down two. And I sidestepped. Oh, this is a fucking banger. I love this song so much. Yeah, there's times when I go weeks without playing Tekken 8. Yeah, and it's like, just because, I don't know. And like, I just wasn't doing that with Tekken 7 a lot. Good patience. Okay, my right side's getting a little more warmed up. Nice defense from both of you? Yeah, especially from McPhil, man. I didn't think that was... I couldn't remember what Wild Rising 1-2 was. I think it's... Is that Jin's 13 frame? Good. Ah, that's... Ah. Good up. Good mid. Wow, that hit me. I think I might have been KBD in there. I think that was a problem. Possibly. It's I-13. Okay, thank you. Oh, there's a lag there. I'm not punishing that properly at all. That's on me. Ah, good job. I fumbled there hard at the end. Good stuff. Yeah, man, you have a very good Falcon run. Very, very, very good. Very good. You're using the strings like you're supposed to. I should have... I've been ducking and launching more. I don't know, again... Just learning Jin, so it's, my while standing punishers are definitely not where they should be. I don't know why I was like, I don't know. My brain was just kind of like naturally going to while standing 1-2, and I'm not too sure why, especially since I mean, full crouch 2 is what Heihachi's full crouch launcher is, but it's still a 2. And Kazuya still has wall rising too. I don't know why. I really don't know why. My brain just was not launching with while standing 2. Yeah, the twin pist. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Maybe it's because I've been thinking about so much Kazuya, genuinely. I reinstalled Tekken 7 and want to play some T7 with a handful of friends. So I need to get around to it. Desperately, because I really want to play that game again. But I've just been really excited about the thought of playing Tekken 7 Kazuya again. Like, really excited, actually. Like, literally enough that it got me excited enough to install the game again. Like, that's how much I need to clarify how much I love T7 Kazuya. Like, I love T7 Kazuya so much that I reinstalled the game for it. Up and B after I lose? Okay, sounds good. The line is way too long, I'm sorry. I completely understand. But yeah, no, Bill, great defense, man. Seriously, I know you're playing right now, so you can't say too much. I'll wait until after this match. I don't want to distract anybody. Hold on, what was that song that I was listening to before? Hold on. It was this one? Yeah. Tiamat from T5DR. That is a banger. We're gonna pop it again. Yeah, no negativity, you better win. That was probably a misinput. That's unfortunate. I think I put TM out on one of my stages. I need to, but I don't ever run stage music anymore because if I'm not listening to music normally just on like Spotify with you guys, I'm just listening to my own music on just Spotify as well. Oh. No block? Yeah, Bill, you have a very good Falcon. Who was the... Wait, what character did you play before this? You said Heihachi? Was that your main? Beforehand? T7 Cause was too good to bring him to this game? See, that's the thing, is like... I actually don't think T7 Cause... I think T8 Cause is way better. Actually, way better. Way better. But I don't like him nearly as much. Heihachi, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You play very similar to, like, a Mishima. I would say be careful using too much of the 3 strings. Like, you're using a good amount of it, but there were times where I 100% could have and would have launched if I was playing a character that I was more familiar with. And that's a good thing that just playing better players will do as well. Especially with the 3-4, I think is what it is. Just the mid is minus 13, I think. So certain matchups, like you can get fucking blown up for that. Like eating that from Heihachi, oh my god, especially in Warrior's Instinct, you eat 100 damage for that. So just being considerate of that kind of stuff is important. I am actually really glad to see this character back, though. Like, unironically, I do really, really, really like Fakumram a lot. It's not as dry as he was in T7, but, yeah. Remember Kaz in the beta? What, T8's beta? I do. What about him? Because, I mean, he's, like, practically the same, just minus the couple of stupid things that he gave to Kazuya in Season 2. The backdash was horrendous, though. God, oh my god. That is one thing I'll never forget. Tekken 8's backdash? Oh. Tekken 8's beta's backdash was one of the worst experiences I ever felt. For those of you who didn't play Tekken 8's beta, and those of you who might have forgotten, also, I'll skip this song just because it's good. I think I've talked about it before. I just don't like listening to music with lyrics too much when playing these kind of player matches. But in the beta, King and a couple of other characters had such a bad backdash that if you KBD'd too quickly, you'd actually move forward. Like actually move forward, not like minor steps, like a half of a metric meter in whatever this fucking game's meter system is, you would move forward. Like it was a quarter to a half of like a meter. It was pretty crazy. It did make everything feel so sluggish. It did suck. And then sidestepping wasn't like the great. I mean, it was weird. It was an interesting game. I was really interested in it though, and I stayed up all night. Christ. The beta killed me. I was editing for PDX at the time. And he stayed up for the 72 hours during the beta to lab everything, and I also stayed up. Actually, no, he didn't stay up the full 72 hours. I stayed up the full 72 hours, and he went to bed, and I stayed up editing and labbing. And I don't know, I just want that, I want that drive back again, I guess. So that's my, I don't know, my problem. Good stuff, good stuff. Good job, good job. Good job, Bob. Good job, Bill. Great Fokker Mom. I want to see more from it, man. I really do. I'll stick in here since Bob's here. I want to see how everybody keeps playing. I got bodied. I completely forgot. I stopped watching there towards the end. I'm sorry. I should have been paying attention on what you were doing, so I could have given some tips. Let me think from my experience of playing this character on what you weren't doing. You don't have to implement it just yet because you're not going to be needing it nearly as much in Fujin right now. But this is definitely something that you should consider. Using his what is it, 3-4? No, 4-3-4 I think is what it is. Any variant where you can charge it to go into stance, you can cancel them. I think by holding down forward or by holding forward or something like that. I'm pretty sure both instances. If not, I know the 4-3-4 variant you can. And that is a very, very, very good tool to start mixing into your game plan because it starts getting people to mentally hesitate. And hesitation against Falconram is kind of, again, where he shines. So very similar to Heihachi, but with more lows that you can get to as well. So the lows that you're chalking in is counter-hitting people and getting them to stop pressing there. But when I was playing against you, and I think probably most likely when Bob was as well, my thought process wasn't that I needed to worry about hesitation nearly as much. I hesitated towards the final round because I wanted to try and react to you doing the strings that I could duck and then launch because I need the practice, and then I also wanted to show you as an example as how you need to be careful with taking your frames with highs and guessing like that. But in certain situations, mixing the lows in, obviously, for everything else, including the fact that you'll counter hit them, is really, really, really good. But using that cancel for the charged moves will inadvertently allow you to get more of them consistently because people will be hesitating, but it can also lead to more hesitation. One thing that I did a little bit in the player matches when Falconram came out, and a little bit in ranked when I played ranked Falconram, but I didn't do too much of that, was I would do the 4-3-4 into a cancel into a immediate down 4. And it would give me damage, it would give me space, and then it would allow me to, because I'm, what, -1 or 2, I think, on down 4? I think it's down 2. Or, yeah, I think down 4 is -2, right? I'm pretty sure it's -2 for me. But it would still be enough for me to be able to walk. So if somebody knew the baseline understanding of Falconram that his low is -2 on hit, they might try to do an immediate press. Or they might try to sidestep as well. And if I sidestep already, and they sidestep, it's not that big of a deal. And then it goes back into the same game plan. If I sidestep and they sidestep as well, I could do down 4 again to stop them from doing sidestep into immediate timing. So you want to be considering hesitation into your game plan and how you want to be making your opponent hesitate more, because that is where Falconram really, really shines. His string pressure is pretty high. You can cancel into crouch. That's what it is. That's what it is. So you can cancel it into crouch, I think, is what I'm getting it mixed up with, but you can just stand it right back up immediately. That is a really good one, though, canceling into down 2, because down 2 is a fantastic move. Fantastic. I think it still leaves you in crouch when the moves goes off. I think so, so I think it high crushes, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, and then it gives you a guaranteed knockdown, which gives you forward 1+2, which gives you a stack. And, oh god, there was something that I had, and it's on the tip of my tongue, and I'm just now barely starting to remember this with Fakumram. So, give me a second, I'm gonna try and word this in a weird way, but I'll come back around to it. Hey, there's a lot of good things about his, like, install, I guess is what you'll call it. But there's more of a use to it than just using it for his Hell Sweep extension, but also with his charged move, his like I said, 4-3-4 into the charge stance or whatever. And then I think there's a 3-4 variant, but I can't remember what it is. I think it might literally just be 3-4, and then you just hold it. I think I can't remember. But there's something else that I started doing towards the end of playing Fakumram that I was like, holy fuck, this is actually really, really, really good. His parry is pretty good. Let me actually, since we're talking about it, let me pull up the frame data for that. Because I can't remember what Fakumram's parry starts at and how many frames it lasts, honestly. I cannot remember at the top of my head. I don't know why. 1 second. Oh, another. You need to be using more back forward 4. That's what I'm thinking of. It's unrelated to the install that I was telling you about. You need to be using more back forward 4. So much more. So much more. Back forward 4 is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal move. And stop sidestep left as well, which is, I don't think Fakumram's weak side in the first place, but it tracks. Down forward 3 is another one that you need to use more as well. I saw you using it a little bit, but the reason that you need to use it, and the reason that I feel like for a lot of people, this is a consideration for everybody, right? Moves that force crouch on hit or normal, chat. You are giving yourself a free chance to lock in only a minor couple of options that you have, right? And down forward 3 in this example, Bill, does leave your opponent crouched. So if they are, you're hitting with a lot of down 4s and stuff, and they're hesitating and they're not really mashing back, and they want to mash back, whether they know about the frame data or not, if they try to mash back on down forward 3, you're +2 or 3, and they're left in crouch. So if they want to get an immediate timing, you can down forward 3 into sidewalk left or sidewalk right, depending on also their axis as well. Like if you hit them while they're trying to sidestep you right, and you hit them with down forward 3 and it hits them and you're a little off axis, it's also going to have a lot into play of what their While Rising moves are going to do, because most While Rising moves don't retrack. There's a couple, but like, and almost all of them that have strings, so anything that has a second hit usually will as well if you hit or if you mash, but it's interesting because it leaves you in a absolutely solved situation, almost, to an extent. And the reason as to why I mention this is because, just as an example, right, for the anti-AK video that I'm making currently, and it's taking a while, again, I'm sorry, chat, I'm very sorry about the anti-AK video, but it is taking so long that I am, like, there's reasons. I had originally used a clip from Lee Mishima to double check myself on something, and he was not 100% correct about some things that he said, and I didn't want to be the person to be like, oh, the highest ranked Armor King player is incorrect about this. But I did a lot of labbing, and I think it's at the very least very, very heavily downplayed. And that's the weird hitboxes that Armor King has. Like, his tracking is really weird. Really weird. The majority of his moves are just kind of like, he's linear. Sidestep him to your right, So sidestep your right side. So if your left side, foreground, and then other side background, obviously, just to clarify. And he worded it differently, and showed a different example, and I wasn't too sure if I was confused on something, or if he was confused. But I think it's a mixture of missaying something on accident. For instance, just down 2, right? Down 2 for Armor King. Weird tracking properties. Very weird. It is not consistent in any way, shape, or form. There is nothing that I have been able to show that shows that it consistently tracked or consistently can be stepped to the right side. Between 0 and +2, I think you can sidestep it left. It's so weird. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it because it's just weird. It's really weird. But what I'm trying to get to is that Armor King, you can sidestep him to the right and sidewalk him to the right, and that is the main game plan that you do to beat him. Especially if people aren't like aware of that. Like it's just you sidewalk him or sidestep him right, and you just fucking blow him up for that. However, you're actually supposed to step him when he's in full crouch. You're supposed to step him left. Because Wild Rising 2 has weird properties to it. That kind of pseudo-track to the right. And I believe it's a natural hit launcher, if I remember correctly. No, it's not. It's a counter hit launcher. But you don't want to get hit by immediate timing. So if you would sidestep it right, when you lock an AK player into crouch, you'll get hit by more stuff than you would normally. So it's important to lab your options that you guys have when you lock people into crouch, because you might be surprised how insanely linear some characters' crouch games are. Some characters have insanely linear crouch games. And if people are just mashing their head off, hey, Connor, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it, man. Welcome. But if you lock them into a situation, again, going back to Bill, since I was trying to give advice to you and I went on a tangent here, I'm sorry about that. If you use down forward 3 as a way to stop people from, 1, sidewalking right, since it tracks sidewalk right, and to get them to force into crouch, you do 2 things. You do to a good player, you make them want to not sidestep right nearly as much. And if you are playing against a good player that understands that you need to step characters based on the moves that they're using instead of just generally step a character, except for some characters like AK, where it's like you should just mainly step him right, you'll hit them with back forward 4 more often on sidestep, because it's a +5, +6 move that's a high on block, but it's a natural launcher. So if you get somebody who's trying to step you and is trying to really avoid your strings and is like, fuck, man, I don't want to get hit by this down forward 3 that continues to track me on my sidestep, they're going to start sidestepping you right more. And if they sidestep you right more, then they just step right into the ability to be able to back forward for them. So it's a pick and choose game of, if they understand, they have to either sidestep into a block low, stop sidestepping nearly as much and be more conscious about the sidesteps that they're doing, or completely just play into the game plan and sidestep left and get blown up by back forward 4. Because even if they sidestep and block, like, you are still at a humongous advantage, right? You get another mix-up. You get to apply pressure to them. So down forward 3 is a fantastic tool because it's a fast low, a low that's plus on hit, which is not common with the character, and stops the side that people want to step the most, because especially if you're using a lot of back forward 4, it does not track stepping to the right unless you press, right? I always clarify, a big asterisk, right? Like, it's going to track you to the right if you press. It's just how Tekken 8 is. So people don't want to get hit by that move at all. So you need to try and stop them from stepping right. And down forward 3 is a fantastic tool in your toolkit to stop them from doing that. There's a couple more as well. Forward 3 also does the same thing and is also left at plus. I think it's +1 though. So it's nothing crazy. That's another tool, really long reaching. That's a fantastic tool. And then, yeah, when they hesitate as well, when you I saw you use down forward 3-3, the follow-up extension, that's also a phenomenal one as well, because it leaves you plus on block. But yeah, no, the crouch situation is seriously important to consider, because there are a lot of people that will press and mash just for the sake of pressing or mashing. I don't even know who I was playing against. We'll do, fuck. I don't have a good Falcon ROM at all. At all. And I lost the majority of it. However, I'll try a little bit. Because it's fun. Hi, I was watching your video on how to escape purple ranks because I'm a new Tekken player, and I have to tell you, man, the video is so outdated to what purple ranks have become now. Much better players now. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I really wish it wasn't the case. Season 2, unfortunately, kind of ruined a lot of that. They changed the way that a lot of things work. Mainly how, like... Oh, this is Athena. This is not the character that I should have picked. Oh, that's insane. Ah. Ah. This is not the character I should have chose against. I don't know this matchup at all, and I forgot the majority of my fucking Fok. Dude, I just can't do anything. Yeah, see how it steps my right? That was on me. That was a 2. I'm just pressing buttons. At this point, I'm not going to make a good example of how to play this character at all now. Ah. No idea what I'm doing? Yeah, neither do I at this point. I should just walk away too much. That's a high? Because I keep trying to sidestep that, and the game keeps making me duck it, and I don't know why. Try to sidestep that as well. Yeah, I don't know this character. I tried. I really tried. I was really hoping I was going to play against the character I understood better. Oops. Whoops. But yeah, Rain, it sucks. It really is unfortunate. With Season 2, they've tried to make it better for players. So you're playing against your closer to the ranks of people that your main is, but that just doesn't work anymore. Like, they say that that's how it's supposed to work, but that's not how it works at all. So I probably should remake that video, realistically. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Yeah, because I had the feeling that that was going to be the case. You were talking about how grabs are getting utilized now in purple ranks. Meanwhile, from my experience, grabs were getting utilized since warrior ranks. Of course, no disrespect in the video. I'm just sad I couldn't learn anything new. Well, tell you what. Because you were so kind as to stop by and let me know everything like that, let's talk. Let's talk for a second. So you at least can walk away from my stream having learned something new, right? Because I probably should realistically remake that video. But I'm trying to think, because there is a way that I word my content that I think that I need to be a little more considerate about. Because when I say that, like, you need to utilize grabs in these ranks, right? I mean a little more than specifically what you're seeing in yellow ranks and above. And also, I probably should have put a disclaimer that, like, obviously characters like King and Armor King are going to just naturally be grabbing you more than any other characters, because that's just their game plan. So I don't know. Ask some questions. Ask me some questions. I'll help you out here. Is there anything that you feel you struggle with? Is there anything that you feel like you don't fully understand? Is there anything that you feel because obviously you mentioned the grabs were not fully correct in that purple ranked video. And I think you also got to keep in mind, it does completely depend on the ranked environment that you're in, right? So for me, I have noticed that West Coast America has a fuck ton of kings, like a shitload of kings. But on the East Coast, I don't really run into nearly as many in like this like blue ranked Tekken King-esque area. I do, but it's not as much as it would be in West Coast. Or when the game came out. God, or when the game came out. My God, it was nothing but kings. Bob said, pull out the worst AK you've ever seen. So, I think it does depend a lot. And if you're even completely out of America, I couldn't tell you. Actually, a good example. There is not a lot of Jack players in general. But around the Bushin, Tekken King, Tekken Emperor, there is a decent bit of Jacks in America, because Jack is a more of an American character. However, talking to a friend of mine who, during the Season 2 reset, when he was playing Tekken, he's from Europe, he literally never runs into Jack. Like, I was talking to him, and usually when he comes into rank, he stops by my chat and just kind of, like, hangs out, and, like, I'll just watch him play Tekken. I never see him ever run into Jack. Ever. And he also was like, I don't think I've ever ran into Jack, like, since Season 2. So it really depends on the areas that you're at. And unfortunately, I can't help with that. I can't take into account those kinds of things as much as I really wish I could. So it's difficult for that, for one thing. And then another thing as well is the way that I like to teach is I hope that people are labbing. And I hope that people have the understanding that they need to lab and play the game more to improve, no matter what a video is telling them. Off topic, but a good example here. Recently, I've been learning to get back into drawing again. It was something that I did a little bit as a kid, but I didn't really care too much about as an adult, because still life drawings in college is boring as fuck to do, and I'm a perfectionist and I have problems with that kind of stuff. But I was like, I might as well try. I want to learn a new skill. So I wanted to get into learning drawing, and I was watching a video, and there was this quote, and I can't even think I can remember it, like, directly off the top of my head, but basically he worded it in this way of, you're never going to watch enough YouTube content that's going to help your brain understand physically what it needs to do, because you're not doing it. So it's this understanding that in order to learn, you have to do, and that there is no learning without the factor of doing, no matter what. And I think that's important, and you can also apply it to Tekken 8, because I have a lot of people, and obviously I'm not assuming anybody who stopped by, I'm definitely not assuming anything that you said, Rain. This is just kind of me talking as a content creator to kind of give you guys an understanding of the things that I want to consider, and I'd like to consider more when creating content. There's a lot of people that will come into my chat, similar to how you did, Rain, and tell me, like, hey, I don't know what's going on, this video isn't correct, or I don't feel like I learned anything from this video. Or they'll stop by in my comment section and say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, like, I'm applying the things that you're doing, but I'm not winning. And it's just what I talked about. The understanding that you have to do and apply and learn from your own mistakes, right? I can give you all of the tools necessary, but if you don't use those tools properly, I can't help you. And I use this analogy in my neutral video, and I think I should probably do it again when I remake this purple rank video. And I see you're typing, Rain, so I'll get this. Don't worry, I won't ignore you. I just want to kind of finish this thought here and then wrap it up into a different topic. But if I tell you that well, actually, I'll go back to the neutral thing that I was saying. In my neutral guide, I used an analogy of a toolbox and said that if somebody hands you a toolbox and says that these are the most important tools that you need for the majority of your fixing career, I don't know, whenever you need to do to fix things, or whenever you would need tools, this is the majority of what you would need. if you don't use those tools that were given to you properly, or if you make the false assumption that there is anything that's ever considered the answer to everything, then you've fallen into this mental trap of stopping yourself from learning, right? So if I tell you that Kazuya's best tools are electric, Hell Sweep Vortex, forward 3 when you think that they're going to duck on electric vortex, and down back 4 to stop them, and then down forward 2 to stop pressing, right? Like that is this is the best moves in the kit. This is what you need to do. But it's not everything, right? So if you come across the character like Zhao Yu, for instance, Zhao Yu is a matchup that is really difficult for Kazuya because he doesn't have a lot of mids that are fast, and he doesn't have a lot of mids at all that hit Zhao Yu out of AOP. The only move that he has that is a mid that knocks Zhao Yu out of AOP is down forward 4. Down forward 4 is a I-13 mid that is great, but is like -7 or 8 or 9 on block, I think, so you lose your turn on it. But it's a very necessary tool as a poking tool, but it's absolutely like needed in matchups like Zhao Yu. But why, you might now go, Avrix, I've watched your, what is it, my fucking Mishima tutorial. Sorry, my mind just blanked there. I've watched your Mishima tutorial and you don't mention down forward 4 whatsoever. Why? Because I can't mention everything. I can't talk about everything. And nuances are always going to exist. And it's up to me to give you guys, the viewers, what I feel is the most important tools, and trust that you will understand the process of learning and problem solving and continue to flesh out your kit, right? So I call my Mishima guide, I think it was like the ultimate Mishima guide or something, like everything you need to know about Mishimas. Is it actually everything? No, that's not humanly possible. You can't know everything. It's just not possible. But it's enough to get your brain thinking, and that's kind of what I want to do, and that's kind of what I think content creators don't normally do, is I want to promote the ability for you to learn, because that's the most important, because you can learn moves and tools from my video, but you're not going to learn how to use them properly, no matter how much I show them, until you try and do it yourself. So it's kind of about, like, and that's why in my anti-AK video, I'm going to say a lot of times, hey, you should go lab this. And I also say it a couple of times as well in my Mishima guide, but I think it's something that a lot of people don't think about, is the process and understanding of how to learn and how to improve and how to practice certain things and what you should be considering and improving on. So I kind of repeated myself a couple of other times. Let me catch back up with chat here. Lobby is bugging again? Great. Sorry. It seems to be a person-by-person basis. I don't know. It's late for me. Good night, guys. No worries, Bill. Thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and Kokoro's in games crash as well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Unfortunately. I need to delete that mod for Clive. It might be the Clive mod. I don't know. You're gonna start cooking as well, Bagger? No worries, man. Thank you for stopping by. Seriously. Alrighty, Rain, let me catch back up. Another thing I noticed is that players here in purple ranks, as of now, are players who always know how to punish my hell sweeps. Literally 90% of the players here will always punish and launch perfectly. So there's two questions while I continue to read your comments you made. Two questions that I have for you. One, what is their Tekken prowess? Because, unfortunately, there is, like, the rank system just doesn't work. Let's just call it what it is. It's not working how it's supposed to. They have said that they specifically would like people to be running closer into the ranks of their main characters, but because the game has completely taken Tekken prowess out of its, like, functioning understanding of when it's matching you up against with people, I don't know if it's bugged or what the fuck is going on, but it's not working correctly at all. When AK came out, I've been playing a little bit of ranked recently, Rain, so I can kind of understand where you're coming from. I've been playing AK, and when I was in Battle Ruler, because that's where it put me at, I did not fight a single character who did not have a main in Tekken Emperor or above. Not at all. And I fought 3 God of Destructions in... Well, I fought a set... Both, I fought 2 sets, realistically. So I fought 4 games. 1 in Battle Ruler and 1 in Fujin. And they were both God of Destruction players. And that sucks. And that is, like you said, just an unfortunate factor of the fact that my guide just is not real. It's not true anymore. It is completely outdated because they have fucked up the ranking system. And if people are still getting that video pushed to them, then I definitely think that I should make another one. So that's one thing that you need to keep in mind, is Season 2 fucked our ranking system. It is not working how it should be whatsoever. And because of that, you are going to be getting matched up against anybody who's playing Tekken, no matter what it is, unfortunately. And that really sucks a lot. When you hit Tekken King, you get put in Tekken God, second character queue. It's so cringe. You get that way beforehand. Here, I'll continue after this, because this character is fucking insane. Good punish. Good 1+2. Sorry, I'm gonna be a little bit behind here. That's not I-13? Surely it has to be. There's no way I'm not behind that on that. I refuse to... I refuse to accept that that's not I-13. There's no way that's not. Ugh. But yeah, no, I have not hit Tekken King at all in Tekken 8. I just don't care about playing ranked at all. And my highest that I've ever hit is Kishin, which is this character in Season 2. And I'm breaking that. What the fuck? Maybe I need to use my mind for that. But it's still putting me in God of Destruction secondary queue, even at my main being Kishin, and having a Season 1 of Raijin. So it's just broken, unfortunately, man. It's just fucking broken. I don't know what's going on with their matchmaking system at all. And I think that actually could be a good video idea. Because you do need to play the game different. Good stuff. Void with all the crazy picks today, just picking all kinds of characters. Good stuff, man. GG's. Oh, nice comeback. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I mean, as you guys can clearly see, it's a great example actually for the newer people. I'm not Kishin. It's not my real rank. Oh shit, right, I won. Fuck, that's bad. I'm bad at talking when I play. So I just don't really like playing this game, especially in ranked. But I've started to understand that this game's ranking system is diminishing in quality and falling back to what it was of Tekken 7, where it's just kind of a group of hard-stuck, like, dedicated players that are sticking there and have really kind of, like, ironed out this play style they have, but never really anything else. So people are punishing your Hell Sweep. One of the reasons could be is it's one of the most popular... Oh, we're busting out this custom again. It's the most common character that people are consistently running into. No 1+2, it's fine with me. Oh my god. Dude, what the fuck is going on with my down forward input? I'll take that. That's a fine. Get down forward too. Good shit, good shit. So the game's changing a lot. The game's changing a lot on how you need to play, unfortunately. As much as I wish it wasn't, it is. And it's important. Oh, that's a... Alright. I tried to do forward 4-2. Oh my god, you hit those? That's insane. I was expecting myself to start facing difficulties at least blue ranks, but purple ranks humbled the fuck out of you. So have you, because it's definitely changed a lot since, AK has came out, and I think that's one of the biggest problems, is that it's just the game's ranking system is not working where it should be, and because the game's ranking system is not working as where it should be, and everybody's on secondary and AK, then it means that you're only going to be running into people who are not meant to be at that rank because everybody's trying to catch up with their AK. So purple ranks is literally just like close to Tekken King. Good arc upper. At the very least, at the best, or at the worst, it's God of Destruction. Just straight up. Or not exactly God of Destruction. But it's players that are God of Destruction is what I mean. I didn't realize I didn't waste my tornado. Does that hit? Yeah, I thought it did. Cool. Damn it. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know why the ranking system works like this. And then meanwhile, in the video, people are not launch punching because they do not know what the case is. Yeah, so I think realistically what the problem is you're running into is Tekken prowess. GG Kokoro, as always, man. I think you are running into people who are significantly higher ranked. And again, the ranking system just doesn't work properly right now. So you just have to be a significantly better player earlier on, way earlier on. And I think people are just starting to understand this game a lot better as well now. We'll go back to Jin, because I wanted to try and learn this character some, and if I learn, it's no big deal. I can continue to chat a lot better as well. Something that surprised me personally is everyone's knowledge in purple ranks on how to punish Kazuya. I get sidestepped all the time. Do you feel like you're getting sidestepped? Actually, Rain, what is your code? Is your Steam or is your game name the same? Is it just Rain? Or I can, after a couple more matches, I'll hop on your replays and take a peek, because I do actually really want to make a video on this. I think remaking a video would be very important, and I am really curious as to what you are running into. Oh my god! Was that I-14? Was that a perfect electric? Or was that I-15, that mid? Was that a perfect electric punish? What was that? Because there's no way that's I-16 plus. Probably hop in for a game or two? Hell yeah, man. I really gotta know the frame data on that move that CRT used. I'm so curious. Wait, that's safe? The past 2 days were absolutely not my best showings. You gotta take a replay that's older. So, why do you feel like... And that's a question for you to answer, but also because I'm curious. What do you think is the reason as to why you have struggled these past 2 days? Do you think is it a mental thing? Do you feel like mentally the game is just exhausting you to the point to where it's difficult to play it at your peak, and you find yourself just saying fuck it, I don't care anymore, easier? Or is it just the same problems that we were talking about before, where it's just, oh great, of course it's gotta be the regular Jin skin because I switched back. Not my cool custom. That's stupid. But yeah, you say that people is punishing purple ranks, and that you're getting sidestepped a lot, and that you were expecting difficulties to start at blue ranks. There's a lot that can be the problem. This is a custom, that's for sure. Boy, you've got so many characters you're interested in playing. Oh my god! Void's cheating now. I see. He stayed in right foot. Ah, I should have held that duck. That's on me. Inconsistency, to be honest. I stopped playing and lost my momentum. Yeah. I can understand that. Well. Good back 3. When did room B get bigger than room A? When everybody wanted to stop waiting. Damn. Fuck, dude. My punishes are horrible. I did 100% totally do a full crouch launch there for the dick jab instead, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Ah! I tried to read chat. I should have launched. Ah, that's not what I meant to do. Ah, good job. Ho ho! Ah! I'm getting too greedy with these. I need to stop. Oh, getting stylish with it too. Oh, I fucked up there. I see. I got way too excited about those parries that I was doing. I'll take that trade. Dude, 1-1-3-4? Is that what it is? I don't even know what that move is. Ah! That's on me. That was bad. Of course. And I stood up. Why would I do that? Yeah, I tried to sidestep. That's on me. I was playing that horrible. Really played that horrible. Absolutely horrible. Can you play Kazuya next match? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Dude, I haven't picked up Kazuya in forever. But yeah, for sure. I'll play Kaz next match. GG's. Good stuff, Void. Dude, 1-4... was it 1-1-4-3 or 1-1-3-4 on Hua Reng? It's a great string, man. Also, you mean Kazuya? Is that yeah, okay, that makes sense. For me, a break wasn't good because it felt like I was building a house called Momentum. Oh, I don't know if that's a saying or if I'm just reading that wrong. Oh, and then just started... Okay, I see. I just need to read the rest of your fucking sentence. My bad. Yeah. So, I can agree. It's interesting that you say that, though, because at the very beginning of the stream, I was talking to chat, actually, how I was having the exact opposite problem, where I felt the more that I played Tekken 8 Ranked, the more that I got bad habits. I locked into bad habits that I shouldn't have been, to where I before would only really play Tekken 8 like once a week, maybe twice a week with friends, but once a week for our stream and then literally no other time. And I felt like I was able to keep my consistent habits against higher level players. And then when I started playing Ranked, I found myself screwing up a lot of my habits, my good habits, and panicking more often, or doing a panic option because of a mixture of just dealing with worse players, but also just like the mental exhaustion of playing Tekken 8. Like, it's just... Sometimes this game is so difficult to play. I don't want to hold block for 15-20 seconds, even though that realistically is the best choice. Even though the realistically is not a better counterplay in this arbitrarily convoluted fake situation that I've made up in my mind for the sake of conversation. So I would find myself resorting to quicker, riskier options that would end the game quicker if I guessed correctly, when I would have won in a more consistent manner, and with a lot less work if I just was calmed down and played more patient. And that was a problem that I had, and completely burnt me out of Tekken 8 Ranked. And I've done a lot of relaxing and self-reflection on what I want from this game and what I'm trying to do in this game. And also just played other games too as well. If you like fighting games in general, I can't recommend playing other fighting games enough. Like, Street Fighter 6 is really fun, and it really teaches you so much about fundamental fighting game tactics that, like, Tekken doesn't teach you, right? Like, you can sidestep away from the wall in Tekken 8, you can't sidestep away from the corner in Street Fighter 6. And I play Zangief in Street Fighter 6 because I want to use it more as like a practice for my fundamentals. And trust me, the best way that I can explain it is fighting against high master players, friends. I'm not a high master, I need to clarify. Fighting against high master friends of mine and being put in a corner and having them back away and not pressure me because they know that I have literally no way to get out whatsoever other than just be a better player. It makes you a better player, and it makes you more patient. And that patience is a skill that can be used across all fighting games. And that's why you see professional players from other fighting games pick up different fighting games extraordinarily quick, is because the general understanding and fundamentals of fighting games are kind of the same universally. Maybe there are some things that are more important in some fighting games. Maybe there are some things that are impossible to do in other fighting games. But overall, your general understanding of the game is better. So, like, it makes back against the wall not nearly as scary. I'm not going to panic, and I'm going to go, okay, let me play a more solid game, because they might try to do something stupid, or they might sidestep into an immediate launch press, or they might power crush, or all kinds of other things, and things that I would not know if I just mashed and pressed on immediate timing. And Street Fighter 6 taught me that a lot. And Tekken 7 was teaching me that, but I was struggling with it before. Fuck, you wanted me to play Jin. Or, it's Kazuya, I'm sorry. I'll choose Kazuya next one. I'm sorry, I just automatically fucking chose it. Next one is Kazuya for sure, I promise. So when I started getting into the hang of Kazuya combos and got me to purple, I lost a lot of mechanical momentum because of the break that I had to take. So I think you lost a lot of mechanical momentum, but you also got to keep in mind, everybody has to keep in mind, you will just be a worse player as you're learning. Like, that's just fundamentally how this game works, right? Or how fundamentally learning works in general. Ah. Like, this character, you need a lot of fucking patience to play against Lydia. Dude, that damage just... Yeah, I'll get the Kazi. I'm sorry, I promise. I know, I realized last second. Let's launch. But, while I'm a more kind of general... I've said it before a handful of times. But, it's important to remember that you will just naturally learn a lot less about this game if you don't have fun with it, right? Like, the more fun that you have, the better the game's going to be for you. I don't know why I got hit by that. I wasn't dash blocking. I really don't know why I got hit by that. What is what does Jin do in his heat? Missed my combo. Okay, good mid. Okay, I can't launch. I can parry the last hit of a string, but I can't electric. Yeah, you do have to search through the list. Sorry, it's Tekken is. I don't know how that was. Dude, I don't know how that was in a counter hit. I'm gonna be real. I didn't even try to break it because I did down two.
Final round. Fight.
Shit. Good movement. Really good movement. You have level 3 already? Oh, right. You get level 3 whether you guess right or not. Dude, I'm playing so bad. Dude, what is this character? Like, and that's another thing. You just can't get mad. Can't get angry. It's difficult. Oh my god, it's difficult. Holy hell. Holy hell is it difficult to not get mad at this game. But you just kind of have to not. It's the best that you can do. You said, want to know something? I haven't seen one Lydia out of the tens of games in purple ranks. That's because they're all in Tekken King. Because they all got carried to Tekken King. Can you watch this replay I had with a purple rank? Because it genuinely confused the fuck out of me. He was mechanically insane. I was nothing compared to him, but yet I was able to come with the win. Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what, I'll do one more, chat. We'll do one more. And then there are... I wanted to finish No, I'm Not a Human tonight, honestly. But there's a couple of people that are not here for the stream today that I think would be like actually mentally like heartbroken if I did it without them. So we'll put it off. We'll put it off for sometime next week. I don't know when next week, but sometime next week. But yes, no, I will absolutely watch that replay for you. And then I'll play Cause for the last game. Cannot promise it will be good, unfortunately. Dude, my Jin got fucking horrible there. I'm gonna be real, and I think this is what happened, and it's a problem that we just kind of have to accept with learning. I wanted to parry that string so much, multiple times after I'd launched it a couple of times, that my brain was just like, nope, look for the parry. Instead of look for everything else, and I literally just shut down. I don't think that'll work, yeah. Electric has way too much recovery for that.
Round 2.
Or way too little recovery. It recovers way too quickly. Fucking Jesus Christ. So, some of the angles in this game are just, wow. But yes, absolutely. I will 100% watch your replays. It's not enough. That could have been bad. It could have been really bad. Huh. That's a way to deal with Lydia's 1+2. I also just need to learn Lydia, honestly. I like her character. I don't like how she plays. Against. Should I put my Steam ID in chat? Put your Tekken name in chat. Actually, yeah, I think that would be easiest. Put your Tekken ID, actually, so I can just search for it. So the numbers, when you look at your profile, let's just say Tekken ID, it's a bunch of numbers with a couple of dashes. Give me that. Give me that. Also, since we're coming up here closer towards the end of wrapping up with this stream, I want to go ahead and do what I always do. And, drop this in here. Those of you who are new, those of you who enjoy my content, if this is your first time, or you might not know that I have a Discord, I do. That link right there that I've dropped in YouTube already, and I am putting in Twitch right now. That will get you to the Discord. That'll let you guys know when I go live, when I'm uploading videos, when I have questions for you guys, anything of the sorts. Sometimes I'll have polls that are like, what do you guys want to see for the next content? What do you guys want to do for the next stream? And also, it's just people get help there. Like, not just from me, but from a lot of people. There's a lot of pretty good players in my server already, which I'm very happy about. So if you ever have a question, or if you're like, hey, I'm not really sure why this instance happened. Hey, I'm not really sure why this works like this. Hey, I'm kind of confused with this character. Can I get any tips? The Discord will help you out a ton, and we're not big enough to where you're going to get ignored, which is good. We've got just enough people to where it's like, if you do actually really have a question, if nobody else answers it, I will answer it. I will. So that is my thank you for joining my server, as I always, as much as possible, try and help everybody out. And just as a recent example, Kokoro, very, very, very consistent homie that has stopped by for streams for a hot minute, was asking about a Leroy matchup, and I was bored. I didn't have anything going on, so I spent like an hour and a half just literally taking notes on every single thing that I saw possible. So it got a straight, just notepad fucking worth of information over that. And that's just, again, I just want to help everybody. I genuinely want to help everybody learn, and I want to grow a community of people that want to get good together. So I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who stopped by already. It means a lot. Really like your channel and personality, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that a lot. That means a lot. Once I get a new phone, I'm going to join the Discord. Thank you. You always will be welcome. 100%. And you can, if you ever need to find it, if you guys are ever in that situation where you don't want to join it at this current moment, but you're interested, in all of my YouTube videos and all of my streams, I will always have a Linktree link at the very bottom that's like, oh, check out my socials and stuff like that. Click on that. It'll send you to my Twitter, it'll send you to my YouTube, it'll send you to my Twitch, it'll send you to my Discord. It has all of it linked there. You'll be able to find everything there. So if you ever need any of that, or you want any of that, you can always find them there. But thank you. I appreciate it. You'll be off. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Void. It's been such a pleasure to play with everybody and had lots of fun. I'm glad. I'm really happy I got to see a handful of different characters from you. And you should definitely consider playing some more. You should play more WoW, honestly. You had a pretty good WoW rang. Dude, I need to understand 1134 or 1143. I need to be, like, actually going into practice and fucking practicing that. That was blowing me up. But yeah, no, thank you for stopping by, Void. As always, it's great seeing you. So yeah, no, that goes for everybody. Twitch, YouTube, no matter what. Really, I really appreciate you guys, always. And I couldn't be here without you guys, realistically. I mean, I couldn't. So, you guys really are awesome. I've also, Twitch, you guys can see, if you scroll down, you can see my stream schedule. There's no place that I can post it on YouTube as much as I wish I could. But Discord will also, I also have a stream schedule there. It is Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single time. Wednesday is Street Fighter 6, and Friday and Saturday is Tekken 8. Friday might sometimes be Street Fighter 6, though. I don't know yet. Because I was having a lot of fun playing Street Fighter 6 the other day, and ranked is kind of sometimes difficult to palate. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But that's kind of just the normal when I stream. I'll always be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I'm trying to be consistent about it. I'm sorry that I'm not. I'm really sorry I'm not. Oh, is Kokoro here? Oh, I hope it's not bugged. I really hope it's not bugged. That would be really unfortunate.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay, cool. I got that, Rain. I will search for your stuff after we get through all of this, all the double AK matchup. Okay, let's see it. You might need to scroll. I had some bot matches practicing my combo game. No worries. Hopefully it's still there. I don't think bot matches will show up in your thing. You joined the Discord? Thank you. Thank you. Damn, and you said you had to get a new phone and everything, and you still joined it beforehand. Thank you. I'm honored. Seriously. I appreciate that. That really means a lot. Oh, your name is double question mark. Got it. It might not be as long as you might think, though, to scroll. Because offline games don't pop up in replays, I don't think. I think it's, like, they'll pop up on your replays, but I don't think that they'll pop up on, like, online replays. Like, I think it's only ranked and player matches. Oh, good duck. Good punish. That's true at the wall, yeah. Oh, we've switched it now. Oh, there we go. Oh, damn. Good try. Good try. Great fucking defense, Bob. Good patience. I need to be using that move more. Up, back 1. Or up, back 2, I think is what that was. I think so. I don't know. Oh, that works! Good break. Went for the parry. Got the timing on down, but it was a low instead. But yeah, when it comes to those of you for like content and stuff like that, I promise I'm still making content. I'm just taking a lot more time with it because I really want to kind of flesh it out, because I think that like now more than ever, the Tekken community kind of needs content that is much more fleshed out. But I don't know, because it's I don't know. I feel like I hit a very specific niche of learning the game. The way that I've always described it to friends is that I'm autistic as fuck, and it allows other people of the same caliber of understanding to understand better. And there are some great channels that do tutorials and stuff like that. Definitely, absolutely amazing. But I feel like that when making tutorials, it shouldn't just be about showing somebody outright, flatly, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to worry about, this is what you need to punish. like those are important, but I think it's also important to, again, promote learning. I think the promotion of learning is extremely important and vital, because people will consistently get misconstrued this idea that they're going to watch a YouTube video. And again, this isn't going back to you, Rain. This is something that I've been considering for a very, 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 very long time. Lots of people will just watch a video and go, well, Hell Sweep is like all my Hell Sweeps are getting blocked, so I don't think that this is a very good move, and move on. And don't really say much about that, or blame me for not letting, like, there's one example. Somebody for a, oh god, what video was it? I think it might have been my Mishima guide. It was either the Mishima guide, or it was the same purple rank video that you were telling me about, Rain. There was a comment where somebody was like, hey, like, you told me that, like, no, it was the Mishima guide. It was the Mishima guide, because I said that generally the rules of Electric are that you can spam it as much as you want because of the recovery, unless your opponent is doing flash ducking into instant WoW Rising launchers, which is a very common flowchart that people will do against Mishimas, because 1-1 is a high, the single one jab is a high, obviously, as well, and then Electric is a high as well. So people will get this idea misconstrued that they can't ever spam the move because there's one person or one group of people that are doing that. And spamming is a very general term. You should never just spam something for no reason. But when I say that you should spam, it's because it's a safe plus fucking bajillion move that has insane knockback, launches if it hits, and most people are not going to be insta-ducking launching it. Or if they try to whiff punish it, will very regularly miss it. But if you notice that that's something that your opponent is doing, and like I said, I mentioned in the video, I think my word for word was, like, the general rules for Electric is spam it unless somebody is flash ducking it. And that unless is very important. If I tell you that you should spam this move, and you go, okay, I'll spam this move, and you come across the player who's never ducking the move, then I'm correct in that instance. But then if I also follow it up with, unless they are clearly aware, and that seems to be their only understanding of counterplay, is trying to whiff punish and duck launch Electric, then you need to not do it. And it's important for you as the player to recognize those situations. And maybe you don't notice it right away, and if you don't, then put it bluntly, that's not my fault, but also that's something that you should work on. That's something that you should understand. Okay, I should... What's going on here with the connection? It's crazy. By the way, I really appreciate your communication and how friendly you've been. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I want to foster a community of people who want to learn, and I think that in the most simple way, I want to try and fix my burnout, as well as fix everybody else's burnout with this game. And I'm starting to think I have a genuine understanding of why this game burns you out so quickly. And the easiest answer that I've said multiple times is that you're just not having fun. You're not having fun, and there is a plethora of reasons as to why you cannot be having fun, and I can't tell everybody the full-on reasons to why you're having fun or you're not having fun, but I can tell you why I'm not having fun, and I can talk to all of the other people that I consistently talk to that say that they're not having fun, and I'll read all of my comments of why people aren't having fun, and it seems to be the same things. It seems to be the same consistent stuff over and over and over again. So I want to be able to create a community and a place where people can ask questions and lab and want to see improvement towards themselves and be excited about learning and asking questions, because if I answer you questions and you're learning, it also just naturally makes people want to ask more questions. I'm not going to sit here whatsoever and say that I am the sole reason that any of the regulars that I have in my stream are stopping by and are better than they were when they weren't, or when they first stopped by. I'm not going to say that, because I'm not. But I think that this environment was the environment that people needed to have a more positive, relaxed way to learn, and a reason and a drive to want to learn and push again. And the improvement that I have seen from so many fucking people is insane. Like, I mean, we've talked about it before, but Psyche, I think, is the biggest example. Psyche is a Reyna player who stopped by in my chat before, I don't even know, it was a bit ago, and was like, hey, I'm trying to learn this game. I don't like really enjoy ranked that much. I want to improve, and I want to come here to play better players. And we just all were consistently trying to show Psych stuff. Psych was learning from us, was learning from playing against us, and had so much VODs that they were able to just kind of rewatch and look back on it. And when Psych first stopped by, I think it was fair to say that Psych was very close to a true red rank player, and was, I think, Garyu at the time, and is now, what, Tekken King, and has fucking insane movement, has a really good fundamental understanding of a game plan, but still has things that they can improve on. However, because of these player matches and because of, I guess, the way that we're able to lab and I allow people to ask questions, and I won't use Psych for the instance of asking questions, because they don't ask a lot of questions and seem to very well understand how to learn the game on their own, but other people, Kokoro is a great example. Kokoro, you have improved so much. It is insane. So fucking much. It is wild. Like, it's just the level of performance that everybody, all the regulars that I have seen, is just insane. Like, Bob was already a phenomenal fucking player, but like, Bob has gotten this difficult understanding of patience that a lot of people kind of seem to miss. And I can't sit here and say why for all of the reasons, but again, I can at least sit here and confidently say at the very end of the day that having a positive environment with no real risks or no stress tied to it, in an area that you can ask questions and lab and just play the game in a fun way and learn, it really does genuinely help, and it does promote, it promotes what I want everybody to kind of like feel about the game. And I got really negative for a bit about the game. Oh my god, really badly. If you want to see me fucking crash out, the past couple of like VODs, you can go watch those. I really don't like this game. I really don't. But I like Tekken. And because I like Tekken, it's important for my mental health and my learning and experience of this game to grow, to understand that we're not really ever going to get anything better. Maybe Season 3, maybe. But it's an unhealthy coping mechanism to just hold out and hope that it's going to get better. So it's best to just accept it and move on, I guess. And this is what these are kind of for me. I still run into problems with this game that I don't like, but it makes it easier, and at the very least, it makes me want to lab, makes me want to learn. So I want people to ask questions. I don't think there's ever such thing as a stupid question unless your intentions are bad, and I can tell your intentions very easily when you ask a question. Like, it's not, and sometimes I might get confused, but like, I always like to clarify. I always like to assume the best. I never like to assume that people are coming in here to be assholes or coming in here for no reason other than to just try and shit on people. But I think people's actions kind of tell that, so it's very easy for me to tell. And I've got a lot of people that come in here and chat too that are like, oh, like, how do you lab? That is the best question I think anybody could ever ask, and I can answer that question to you in a very, very concise way after this set. 100%, because I was going to actually answer that question when I went and VOD reviewed for Rain. I'll do Kazuya now. I'll do Kazuya, I promise. So, I will answer that after this, and if you guys want the answer to that, definitely stick around. I will be recording it for a YouTube video, just as a heads up, because I think that it is a absolutely phenomenal question, and it's actually been a video that I've been slightly in the works for quite a while now. But I needed more. Oh. That's so unfortunate. Ah, good forward. 4. I also don't know this matchup very well. I need to learn Lily better. Alright, that's a setup. Right. I need to remember that.
Round 2. Fight.
That's not minus 13. Minus 12? Oh, fuck. I don't remember Kazuya combos. That's minus 13, though. Dude. I'm playing on a Japanese lever, by the way, for those of you who are curious, and that's why I keep getting the up forward moves, because it's just the reset on this stick is fucking horrible. I only play it for Street Fighter 6, but I didn't feel like changing my stick. So that sucks, because I probably could have won a couple of those matches. Good sidestep cover. That's not gonna hit. God damn. Lily's kind of carried. Good block low. Well, I needed to commit to that because I didn't think that you were going to block low. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, sorry Kazuya wasn't the best. I don't know this matchup. And also just this, Jesus Christ, I hate playing Kazuya on this Japanese lever. It's fucking miserable. That reset was fucking stupid. But more important question. More important question. How do you lab? It's a great question. Let me, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna hide that. We're gonna hide that. We're gonna stop the music. So I'll just start recording now. And it'll be no music this time because I don't like recording with music. Replay. Online replay. So, no, fuck. Jesus, I need to get to the point where I can search. Open menu. Yeah, here we go. Search Tekken ID. It is 5GG A 7QQ. Okay. I think that's correct. That looks correct. God damn it. I'm fucking stupid. 5GG A BH R BHHR is what it is, okay. And then F7QQ. Confirm. Okay. So I say watch the second game with that cause. He was trolling the fuck out of you. Got it. Okay, so we'll do a quick little intro real quick. Actually, no, I'll just start talking. I'll do my intro later because I think there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. You said that it was Kazuya, double Kazuya mirror. You said right here, this one. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna watch the first set real quick. Okay, so it's a 1438 Tekken prowess. So this is, if not a Smurf, a true mighty ruler. 62 defense. Are you, Rain, are you in the Middle East? Out of curiosity? Because the, I don't know what language that is. I won't say Arabic, because I'm not 100% sure that's what it looks like, but are you? Because that will change a lot, actually. That will change a lot, because there's a lot of really good players over there. However, the offline scene in the Middle East is really strong, like way stronger than the online scene. So I think if that is the case and you are from the Middle East, I think it's important to remember that naturally you are going to be running into significantly more players that prefer to play offline than they do prefer to play online, because that's my case. And I could only imagine the amount of people that I've played against in purple ranks, or even play against blue ranks, that are like, dude, what the fuck? Like, this is no blue rank player I'm playing against. So that's important. I think it's a very, very important thing that you always got to keep in mind. The region that you're playing in will specifically dictate what how difficult the players that you're playing up against are. And for YouTube's sake, for explanation here, Rain stopped by in chat, made a fantastic question and pointed something out and said that, hey, your Get Out of Purple Ranks video is severely outdated. I just wanted to let you know. And we got to talking a little bit, and it 100% it is. However, it's also because people have gotten better. And then also the rank has gotten broken. Like season 2's rank sucks, and I've said it already on stream, but I wanted to preface again for YouTube. For those of you who watch my content, or who watch anybody else's content, or who is just playing Tekken in general, one of the most important things that you need to keep in mind right now is the matchmaking system is severely going to dictate how high of a quality of a game that you're going to have. They, going into season 2, removed the tracking of Tekken prowess because people were upset that they would have a God of Destruction player, or the queue times were really high. But because of that, it seems that it doesn't have almost any effect whatsoever at rank at all. And because it doesn't have any rank, you're getting put into situations where you're playing against players who are not purple ranks, not blue ranks. When I was fighting AK, in my anti-AK guy that you guys will see, there's a lot of God of Destruction players that I was fighting in purple ranks in Fujin and Raijin. That's just like, okay, interesting. I don't know why the Tekken prowess isn't working. And then on the opposite side as well, this game is just aggressive and burns people out really, really, really aggressively. It's aggressive in how you play it, but it's aggressive in how it burns people out. So because of that, people naturally aren't playing ranked nearly as much. So you have the outlier margin of good players is significantly higher now because of how many people are burnt out, get good in offline, or go to locals, and they're like, yeah, I'll do some rank practice before like a local or something like that, and then hop in and are at like purple ranks or Fujin or whatever, and you're sitting there who just got off your 9 to 5 at that actual rank, like, why the fuck am I playing against these people? And it's realistically because the burnout and how little people are playing this game right now, because nobody is trying to focus on improving on the online aspect, or at least a lot of people. There's a good majority of people that are not trying to improve with ranked. Therefore, when they do, like, I want to get my rank up, like how I do, I run into people who will not rematch me because I'm not of that rank, and I'm still nowhere near my rank because it just burns me the fuck out. And the closer that you get higher to Bushin, Tekken King, Tekken Emperor, the more likely that you are going to run into God of Destruction players who are true God of Destruction players who are Tekken King, Tekken Emperor, because they don't give a fuck. Because they don't care about the rank reset, because they don't care about getting the rank again, because they don't want to play online ranked. And I think that's one factor that you need to keep in mind. Desperately need to keep in mind. I5 says, I want to stop by and play, but my controller kept disconnecting. It was so awesome. I'm sorry. I never knew I had that on my profile. Oh, well, I think that was the other guy. I'm pretty sure it was this guy. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, it was the guy that you played against. But, so that is a very important thing to mention. First off, I wanted to go through and just kind of generally go over the Tekken prowess here on Rain's profile, because Rain came in and said that he feels like he is fighting people who are significantly of higher ranks than he is, and that purple ranks is a lot more difficult than what it was originally in my videos. And I don't doubt that. Again, the burnout is a huge problem. Outside of the fact that people don't want to play ranked, the people who are still stuck playing ranked, it's a smaller portion of people, so you get a lot less people. But like, just as an example, right? Real quick, Mighty Ruler. This Asuka is Fujin, right? However, if you go to download Ghost, dude has, what, I'm assuming multiple Fujins? No, just one Fujin. Why is this Tekken prowess so high? I mean, it's not that high, but okay. I guess it's just comparing it, I think, to Rain, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know, because I have multiple characters in blue ranks, and mine is not like that. So you're getting a lot of people who are going to be running the same game plan, right? So like, it looks like the majority of the people in this Tekken prowess are true. Like, it doesn't look like you are running into any, like this guy, if this guy is playing a main, is probably what? Raijin? Fujin? Battle Ruler. So it just plays a lot. A lot. But then you'll get people like this. 226. What is this guy? And he's Fujin. So he's probably has at least one Tekken King. Bushin. I don't know if this guy was true Bushin at some point. Oh, he's got a lot of Bushins. So that's another thing. You'll get a lot of people who know the blue rank game. You're going to get a lot of players who just want to get stuck in that. It's the same thing with Street Fighter 6, where there's a lot of people who will just get multiple characters to master, and then we'll just switch to a different character, and then get them to master, because Tekken King is that kind of cutoff point where it's too difficult for them and they don't want to play anymore. So you get people who understand a wide range of characters at a surface level. So if you aren't trying to test their knowledge past the surface level, it comes across like they are significantly better. I'm Fujin Cause, highest I've ever been is Raijin, but man, the people I go up against on their all characters are crazy. Hard for me to surpass blue ranks. Yeah, and I can agree with that wholeheartedly. I don't want to back out from this because I don't know if it'll make me retype everything in if I go look at my examples of shit. So I won't. So we'll go and we'll look at this Kazuya match that Rain has specifically said, hey, can you watch this and can you check this out? Because this guy did not feel like this rank whatsoever. So we're going to watch from the very beginning and go all the way through, and I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts on what Rain could have done better and how, or and if this is a true purple rank player or not. I think that's the biggest thing as well. This is going to be so embarrassing. I've been dropping combos like crazy as of late. It's okay. It's okay. And we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about combo drops. We're not going to worry about things that mainly nerves can impact. I'll mention them for your sake, but I'm not going to put it in the video because there's no point for it. But they'll be like, oh yeah, obviously finish that combo. Oh yeah, obviously you didn't punish that. Oh yeah, obviously this, that. But that's not what we want to talk about. I feel like, and that's another good question. So it's another really good point to point out. It's embarrassing because you've been dropping combos. It's embarrassing to look at your replays because you know you didn't play to your best ability. It is important, and I got asked a question from another viewer in chat on how to lab. And obviously, as you guys can clearly tell by the title of this video, that's what this is about. How do you lab? How am I supposed to lab? Right? I know what I'm doing wrong, and I go into practice and I practice my combos because I'm dropping them, but I keep dropping them. Why do I keep dropping them? Why do I keep getting nervous? Why am I not getting better? Well, I'm going to go over a couple of the things that you can practice, the ways that you would need to practice, and a couple of just generalized, if you struggle with this, just objectively do this thing. This is how you will get better. A lot of it is mental. A lot of how you need to lab is mental, is going in and consciously remembering, I need to practice, and then going into the game, getting in a match, and going, okay, now I need to apply what I learned. And then back to everything else. Everything else aside, I think that if you at least get to that point, a lot of the reason as to why people stop trying to lab is because they have this preconceived notion that it doesn't work. Because, oh, I labbed a bunch and I learned a bunch of new things and my brain is just struggling and I can't keep up and I'm deranking and losing. Yes, you are, and that's good. That means you're learning. That is the process of the cogs in your brain turning, trying to process information that it has not processed in the past before, meaning you're learning, meaning it will become muscle memory like everything else you've already done with time. And you need to accept that there's going to be a buffer period when learning, especially when you have big gaps in your memory that you need to know. Learning matchups, you might realize that you become really cautious and patient when you shouldn't be. You're not punishing things when you need to, but you're docking them instead. It's things like that. You have to understand that there's no amount of labbing that is going to make that become conscious memory. It's just not a thing. It's not possible. You have to be able to consciously practice it, then consciously consider and apply it when need be in the game. That is the only way that you will build the muscle memory. And once you start doing that, by the time that you D-rank once, twice, however many times it takes with all the things you're learning, once that's down in your muscle memory, dude, you're gonna fucking fly way past where you're at already. And not only are you gonna fly way past it, but because you are better and because the game has D-ranked you to people who are worse than what you've already been fighting, you will build a win streak. And if you build a win streak, it takes less games to get to a higher rank. So it arbitrarily means, in a very long explanation, the longer that you take D-ranking, the faster you will rank back up once what you are learning has become muscle memory and you're able to apply it without having to consciously think about it. And you can just subconsciously go, oh, I know this, duck punish. Oh, okay, sidewalk left. Oh, okay, I can fuzzy duck this string. Oh, okay, this is punishable. Once you get to that point, then the nerves start to go away. And if you're struggling with nerves, it's because you're not confident in your consistency. And if you're not confident in your consistency, it's because you are either afraid of deranking, you care too much about those kinds of things, and it leads you to not practice, or it leads you to only play a little amount, which then leads to burnout, which then leads you to forgetting the things that you only practice in the lab and never practice in the game. So then a week or two passes and you get back into it and you go, oh shit, right, I forgot. I labbed this Kazuya mirror matchup, and then you get into it and you're like, I don't remember any of the shit that I'm doing. And then you get pissed at yourself because you can consciously, a second or two after an interaction, go, fuck, I knew what I needed to do. I knew that I had to make a different decision, and I didn't, and I panicked, and I am stupid and suck at this game and should never play this game again, and I hate myself. At least that's what I think. So you need to accept the learning process, and you need to accept that there is no way to get rid of your nerves, and there is no way to get better, and there is no way to get consistent other than practicing in the lab and going into matches and consciously accepting there is nothing that you can do other than play the game more and move on. Because if you let it mentally affect you, it is going to linger with you longer, and that anxiety will increase. And if it's like a bar, right? If your anxiety increases more, your consistency decreases. And as your consistency starts to decrease more, your frustration and your anger starts to increase. And it gets to this point to where if you cap out this bar of anxiety and frustration, you get burnt out on the game, which just clears the board of everything, and you learn, or you lose everything that you were trying to learn in the process, and it wasn't of the point. So relax, play. Don't take this game serious. I promise you, do not listen to people when they talk about your rank. It doesn't fucking matter. Your rank doesn't matter. Just learn to play the game, and just play and have fun. Is basically what I'm trying to say. It's a very long-winded explanation. I'll get to looking at this replay now, but I needed to preface some stuff first. Have fun. It's the most important thing. You will not get rid of your anxiety. You will not fix your consistency, and you will not enjoy this game more and learn quicker if you don't just simply have fun. You have to find a way for you to have fun. I can give you my suggestions, but I can't fix that for you. You as the player, as you yourself, have to understand yourself and what pisses you off and what you love about this game to really understand how you can get to that point. And until you get to that point, you are going to stay at the plateau that you're at. And you're going to stay at this frustration level of hating this game and always getting burnt out and never improving and consistently going through this cycle. It's never going to get rid of it. And everybody has a different level. Mine was Kishin here, apparently. And then I just got pissed off at the game, and I couldn't even play fucking AK at any other rank because it stressed me out a lot. Some people it's higher. Some people it's Tekken King, Tekken Emperor, Tekken God. Some people it's lower. Some people it's like they get to Warrior and like I fucking hate this game. I can't stand it. And you just if the answer is yes to do you like this game and you want to get better at it, then you need to consciously be more proactive about making sure you're enjoying your time with the game. That's the most important thing. And I've said it a bunch of times, but I wanted to go back and kind of go for that. Rain says, I am not consistent at all, and I've never been myself. Dropped this many electric combos. I won because of bad throw breaks and his bad defense against strings. So that's great. Bad grabs, bad throw breaks, and bad defense against strings. He's playing his own character. I don't know what the strings are, but he doesn't know it enough to beat you. So we're going to go ahead and watch this, and I'll point out some of the things that I'm seeing, and I will give my thoughts on if I feel like this is the true Mighty Ruler or not, whenever I feel like I can give that. So let's hide all of this. I know Kazuya's frame data. I don't need all of this. For the most part, at least. We're gonna hide this as well, because it's not really important. So, back already round start, and I say this in my Mishima guide, so I want to come back, but you can learn a lot within the first 5 seconds, sometimes less. A lot. You can learn a lot in the first 5 seconds based on how your opponent moves, right? So I wanna go back, right? Let's watch this again. Let's watch up to the forward 2. We'll start the round again.
Round one.
Look at how he moves. Just watch. I won't talk. Into forward 2, okay? Now, if we go back
Round one.
and I pause as quick as humanly possible and enable controls, and then I get counter hit. Oh well. But the movement's a lot more, right? There's a severe difference between this and what you're seeing here and this, what he's doing here. I can already tell right off the bat the guy is either really, really, really locked into what you're trying to do, or is extremely inconsistent with his movement, and that's not what his worry is. So right off the bat, within 3 seconds of watching the gameplay already, I can tell you right now that this guy is either really afraid of you, or he has not considered movement whatsoever. At all. So, and he's forward 2. I don't even have to look at the command history. I can tell you right now that's a whiffed electric. I play enough Kazuya, I know that's a whiffed electric. That is a deep dash electric that he whiffed. And that's another thing that I want to tell you. And I'm already pausing a lot, but there's a lot to learn. The 2 examples that I showed you between my movement on right side on a fucking Japanese lever, which I absolutely never play on whatsoever, was leagues miles better than what this guy's was. And it's clear that he was back up. What are they going to do? Okay, they're not approaching me. Let's do a deep dash electric. And his execution is still not that good because he got a whiffed electric from forward 2 or forward 2, which tells me he didn't play T7, or at least he's not used to this, or maybe he might not miss another one here, but I don't really ever miss deep dash electrics anymore, and that was a skill that was taught to me from T7 because you needed to be able to do a deep dash electric to do Kazuya's triple electric when God Visit, which just wasn't possible unless you knew how to deep dash electric, so it's ingrained in my memory, and unless the connection is horrid, it's something that I don't miss. So two pieces of information we've already learned right off the bat from looking at this guy that we can learn when it comes, or that we can use to help us solve how we are going to approach this match already, and for labbing's sake in the future, you need to be consciously thinking about your opponent. Oh my god, you need to get as much information about your opponent as possible, right? Your opponent is a book, and I think I said this in my Mishima guide. I think it might have been something else, right? Fighting games are a conversation between 2 players. This Kazuya is stuttering. This is the verbal visual cue of stuttering if we're comparing fighting games to languages. And if your job is to dictate all of his, air quote, speech patterns in this sake, and he continues to stutter and continues to show that he's not consistent with things that a Kazuya who was significantly higher rank would know, he wouldn't have started off like this already. It would have been a completely different story. So maybe it changes, and if it does, I'll throw in my thoughts then. But my first thought, if I was in your situation, Rain, and I was playing against this guy, my first number 1 thought is, this guy cannot deep dash electric. This guy doesn't have very good movement, but clearly has this understanding that he wants to do deep dash electrics in neutral, and he wants to electric on keep out, right? That's another thing that a lot of people think. A lot of people think that their game plan is a lot more solid than it is. I can already tell you off of the 3 seconds of watching this guy, this is what his game plan is. It's either to just do needless vortexing over and over and over again, or to try and to keep you away and try and do keep out electrics on very similar timing every single time. I can almost promise you that that's exactly what's going to happen just off of the 3 seconds of me watching it, because us humans are creatures of habits. Okay? You are thinking about what your opponent is doing. You are thinking about what your opponent might think that you're doing. But you're not thinking about what you need to be doing to stop your opponent's game plan that they continuously keep running, right? That's the difference between a good player. I think that's the difference between an intermediate player and a good player, is the understanding and acceptance that your opponent knows what your game plan is and is actively trying to play around your game plan, and your choices need to be directly linked to what is your opponent doing And how obvious has your game plan been? Because 3 seconds in, and this is the most obvious Kazuya game plan I've seen yet. From playing against a lot of Kazuya, playing a lot of Kazuya, and playing just a lot of Mishimos in general, I can tell you that this is just the guy's straight up simplistic game plan. And if we knew that going into the rest of this game, it makes it a lot easier to read these mannerisms of him backdashing for no reason and standing there for no reason. These things become easier for us to understand, compartmentalize, and then think about how we can create a solution because we have consciously linked his behavior to a thought process and game plan he's clearly trying to run. So that's number one, and that's kind of leads more into how you should be considering your opponent when you're playing the game. How do you read an opponent? Well, that's how you read an opponent. That is reading an opponent. But lack of mechanical consistency bent you over this match, and that's okay. Like I said, we won't talk about this. It is, but I don't know. I don't feel like it using it because it feels very cheap and scrubby. Feel like using what? Wait, electric? Wait, hold on. So do you think that electric is too scrubby and you don't want to use it because you are afraid? Fuck, man. I want to continue the video, but if I'm correct about that, that is an amazing point that I want to put in as well. No. Okay. What were you talking about then? Sorry, my bad. Power crush. Okay. No, you're fine. Here, actually, I'll go back real quick just to show you what I mean. This is... Oh my god, this is even worse than I thought it was. Okay, I don't... Look at his input history. Just look at his input history. There was no missed electric. I was completely wrong. He just ran up, did forward too. Okay, this guy is definitely a purple rank. This guy is definitely a purple rank. So now we need to figure out as to what were you struggling with, and why did you feel like he is a mechanically better player than you? So we can only get into that by watching. So no punish on that. Good elect. See, look at this. What did I say? We watched 3 seconds, and I haven't even seen any footage. What's he doing? Look at that. And he's running forward. It was an interesting choice of laser. I don't know what this... Okay. Interesting. Oh, wait, hold on. I see what's going on. I'm stupid. You are the right side Kazuya. Holy fuck. How did that take me this long to realize? Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Now. That makes so much more sense. I see. Okay. So yeah, so the power crush is interesting. I'm assuming that was just a miss electric then on your part. However, everything I said is still true when it comes to how you're supposed to be understanding. However, I kind of read you instead instinctively, but that's good because what the 3 seconds that I saw from your gameplay shows me is you're just nervous. You just need to play more, really. And I think that's going to be the answer that you're going to see that's going to give you the most help. I'll continue watching. The guy does actually have some good movement, because I got thrown off for a second at first. I was like, wait a second, what the fuck? The guy on the left-hand side has really good movement. Like, your movement is great. You seem mechanically better than the player. And then I started to click. Sorry, I'm a left-handed, or a left-sided player. I don't consider... ever played right side. So, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. So you are backing up then, and it seems like you kind of have more of a baseline understanding of wanting to use electric as kind of a keep out, or trying to create this space. So one thing that I can say at least is, in a situation like this, right, you backed up more. You don't really need to back up here. You have plenty of space here. Kazuya can't really get anything done unless he runs at you, and you can see that. And this is like, obviously, again, right? Keep all of this in mind. You're not thinking about this at the time when we're watching this, and that's okay. We can't fix the past, but we can look at our mistakes and use those to then improve our performance in the future. So you continue to back up here, or you pause, or then you move forward, actually. No, so you pause, move forward. I don't know what this guy is doing either. It's very interesting. So we're gonna watch this whole round all the way through. And I'm going to kind of not say much more because I think that there's things I can pick up on and just kind of give you, Rain, yourself to help you out tips. But I also think that I can kind of like answer your question easier if I just watch it, because it's already gone on, what, almost a half an hour of recording I have. And yeah, wow. Okay. Good wave dashes. He is Okay, so to me, no KBD. Yeah, and then he electrics you on. So this looks like, to me, just 'cause I know I said I wasn't going to pause. This to me, for your reference so far, Rain, looks like a Kazuya who has spent all of his time in the lab. And I think that's an important side of the other coin to labbing. If one side to labbing is I don't ever spend any time in the lab whatsoever, therefore I'm very inconsistent. The other side is this, where there's a lot of emptiness to his game plan. And I'm going to watch more, but right now it seems that this is either a Smurf or, as I was going back to, a Kazuya who has spent all of his hours in the lab, all of his hours learning wave dashes. I could see him physically trying to do KBD there. So he's trying to KBD. This seems like somebody who wants to play Kazuya to be a Fundies player. And thanks to be a Fundies player, you need to have a KBD, an insane wave dash, and electric, and that's all you need. And you don't need anything else. Because it's clear to me that there is, again, either he is smurfing on you hard and he's doing nothing just to try and fuck with you, or he is not sure what to do and is not clear on what his game plan is. But once he gets into the point to where he can do his combos, once he can use keep out electric, like he did, like I said he was going to do either way, once he can wave dash in your face and run vortex mix-ups, then it looks like he's a significantly better player. So that's why you get these weird gaps of going from looking like he has no clue what's going on and no clue what buttons he's pressing to instantaneous, he knows instantly what's going on. It's because he's practiced one of these situations more than any of the other things, and it's because he sat in the lab and wave dashed repeatedly. Again, that is just general watching. Yeah, like he knows the sidestep combo. And he gets that again. Like it feels like trolling, or it feels like that is his first thought of, oh, this Kazuya's being cautious, so like if I use this move again, like it'll stop him trying to run at me. And like it seems like, again, either a new player who is trying to get their first grasp and understanding of game plans and win conditions and risk versus reward, or somebody who's trolling you. One of the two. Combo. Yeah, and then like Demon Scissors Demon Scissors into full crouch 3 into WoW Rising 2. Like I don't know. And he has a very does he end off with down back 1+2? No, he doesn't. He ends with Heat Burst, which you block, which is good. Yeah, but he doesn't know 1, 2, 4, 3. And he's trying to KBD, and he's running away from you. And like, again, I don't know. I don't think this is smurfing. I really don't, because this movement is horrendous, and like you're almost catching up to him just by doing Wind God Fists over and over again in his face, and like. There's no point to play like this. There's no point to not whiff punish you in all these instances that you've done. And he's not, like, shitting on you, either. Like, it's not like he's smurfing on you and thinks it's really funny to shit on you. It literally seems like... I think that this is just a offline mainly player that is still fundamentally newer at the game. I think that's just what it is. Oh, no, okay, no, now he's got a KBD. Now he's got a KBD. Okay, no, he's smurfing. I think he's smurfing. So this guy's a smurf, then, is what it is. He's smurfing you, and he's fucking around. Or again... He is just a player who has done nothing but sit in the lab. A KBD is not exactly a direct choice. The exact indicator that this guy is a smurf. But that was a very high KBD. However, it's a hitbox KBD. So he plays on hitbox. It's not hard to learn wave dashes or KBDs on a hitbox, meaning that we realistically have to understand that a tool that it was very difficult to learn back then is significantly easier now because of the controllers that people are playing on. What's the problem? I didn't understand anything. I'm here around 4 minutes. So basically, somebody in chat has asked me if I could watch this set. The guy on the left is a random player. Guy on the right is Rain, which is somebody in chat who was asking me about this question. He said, I feel like I play against the majority of people in ranked are players who should not be at this rank, and because of it, I struggle. And I'm one of these sets that I'm watching is specifically covering, one, is this guy a Smurf or not? And two, what is he doing? Because, again, like, his game plan just isn't good. Like, at all. Like, he doesn't have a good game plan. But he has wave dashes. So, which are hitbox wave dashes. And I saw his KBD. He's plays on hitbox. So I think that this is, like I said, just straight up throwing 1-2-2. Okay, I am correct on this, I think. This is not a Smurf. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, 100% a newer hitbox player. He fucked up the combos. You know, if he was trolling you, he wouldn't be throwing that combo for no reason, right? He would be getting a combo in a schnasty way and then hitting you with something crazy. But he's dropping combos by doing 1-1-2 at like range 2 against the wall. He's not running up and doing down forward 1-4 into 1+2 for a wall combo, which tells me that he's not a Tekken 7 player. All of his movement tells me he plays hitbox, and then he doesn't seem to have any sort of fundamental understanding of the game whatsoever. Demon Scissors again. Like it's I don't think he has no punish. And he went to instantaneous grab. He's not paying attention to what you're doing. He's too afraid and too focused on what he's doing. And his game plan is to try and keep out. That's it. Because he is a hitbox player and because he has a KBD that he's kind of practiced and a wave dash that he has, he knows that he can approach you at any point that he wants, get away from you any point that he wants, and electric you at any point that you decide to press on when he's approaching you. So that is his game plan. And even though he has a scary good wave dash and a pretty good KBD from what I saw there, everything else is severely lacking in his game plan. So you can't let those things scare you. You can't see those and instantly give your opponent respect. Like you said, he was getting fucked up by strings and grabs. So he clearly is lacking fundamental understanding about the game severely, and you instantly lose the game the second that you assume that. You should take it into consideration, and it should absolutely influence the decisions that you're making, but it should not bar you out of completely making decisions unless it is like you're playing against like Knee, and you know that he's not going to get hit by a snake edge, so there is no reason to throw it out. But in every other instance, just because somebody is fundamentally sound in one area does not mean that they are weak in another. And that's why I tell people they need to grab so much, is because usually grabs is the biggest. I never seen anything else doing wave dashes and KBD at this rank, which immediately told me he's thinking he's high play. And I can understand that, and I really can. I don't disagree. And that's why I do excessive amounts of wave dash and KBD when I'm in these ranks as well, because it adds so much mental pressure. But I'm telling you, without a shadow of a doubt, with all of the confidence of studying, playing, and competing in competitive games, let alone just fighting games, competitive games, being very good with this kind of stuff and analyzing, I promise you, this guy has just sat in the lab for hours practicing these same things and is just now getting an understanding of, okay, now I want to play ranked. That's it. And because you gave him the respect, and also, albeit also a huge part being you need more mechanical practice, it's harder to get around these things. It's harder to be the better player and harder to improve. But I promise you, I can absolutely say without a shadow of a doubt, with 100% confidence, this is a real purple rank player. And the only reason that I'm able to tell is because his lack of knowledge. And this is, if you take away the KBD and wave dash, this is probably like a red ranks player. Like, actually. Like, it's just not a very good player at all. Like, he's just pressing things. Like, he's still using down forward 1-2. He's not mixing it up. He's using it because it worked with you the time before. So he really instantly uses heat into missed electric. I mean, like, he did okay, so we'll go back to show you again. There is no player that is even a true Raijin, Kishin, Bushin, Kazuya that is getting hit with 2-2 and going into immediate 3-1-4. Like, there's just not anybody that's doing it. His brain literally did not process that the electric whiffed, and he went to do the following part of his combo because he was not consciously paying attention that the electric just whiffed on you. That's what that tells me right there, because there's no reason why anybody else would do that. There just isn't. And I have that problem as well sometimes, and I know a lot of other people do as well. It's just your brain lagging behind a little bit because you're not used to playing the game as much. Oh, I'm sorry, can you start from the first round? No, unfortunately I can't. I've been recording this for about like 40-ish minutes. And I want to get this kind of recorded because I don't think anything that I'm saying is incorrect. I think that like it's pretty easy to tell from right here. Like I don't really think it's like I think this is kind of saying everything that I need to. I don't really think I need to go back. I think we can tell within these 5 seconds. Like, yeah, like he's KBDing, but like he's not breaking grabs. Like the guy literally looks like he's trying to practice his KBD in the same game with you right now. Like, there's no reason to be doing this. There's no reason why a good player is KBDing. Like, as somebody who KBDs a lot, that is just a nothing burger KBD. He is doing that just to show you that he can KBD. That is it. That is it. That is literally in every way, shape, and form a KBD to scare you. That's it. There's nothing more than that. Good combo. Yeah, and see, he's ducking you because he's afraid of the grab. Because he's not like instantly starting with a like twin pistons while rising. He's just afraid of you. KBD is easy on hitbox, and anyone can do it. I wholeheartedly agree, and that's the point that I'm trying to make here. I wholeheartedly agree. So it's absolutely just a newer player who is purple ranks. That's like he's not punishing with you, and he's just ducking into nothing. He's just ducking into nothing because he's afraid of the grabs. Is why. Oh, that's a really like he's not doing down forward 1, down forward 2 to get a wall resplat or a tornado effect. Sorry, and he's not finishing the wall combo. But he's also not doing down forward 1, 4 into 1+2. So he's not a Tekken 7 player. He's not. It is 100% just somebody who is just labbed, and that's it. That's it. It's just literally somebody who has tried to, like, his understanding of Tekken. That's a key charge, Jesus Christ. His understanding of Tekken is sitting in hours in the lab and then watching Tekken 7 sets. Like, that's all this is. Gotta go soon. Take care. No worries here. Thank you for stopping by, man. This is, like, see, okay, and this tells me also that I want to show you. This is important for you, Rain. You don't move. You stay on the ground. He doesn't do anything either. Look at it, he just stands still. And then he decides to approach you. Why? Well, he's not trolling you. Because if he did, if I was trolling, I'd just stay back at this range. There's no reason to. But he comes all... Oh, I didn't even mean to go back to final round. God damn it. I want to pull it up because it was actually kind of an important thing to talk about. He was doing it because his fundamental lack of understanding of the game. Because he didn't know what was going on. And you could just tell by the way that he was standing. Because he's not approaching with any conscious reason other than, oh, okay, this guy's not getting up, I guess I'll do something. But he's also not standing back with the conscious decision of, okay, he might try and hop kick. He might, like, oh, I'm going to fuck with him because, like, I have the mental advantage here. None of that's in his mind. So he has this process where he stops and then goes full in. And then gets hit by your hop kick. So he wasn't considering hop kick. He wasn't considering trolling you. His brain was literally like, I don't know what to do, and I have the lead, so there's no reason for me to risk running up and doing anything. Let's not look at the unblockable, because in that moment, I lost all hope at winning, because I thought he was a smurf. That's understandable. And I can completely understand that, for sure. But it also affects the way that we play. But no, I think this genuinely is, he does not know what he's doing. Not at all. Not at all. Genuinely does not have an idea what he's doing. At all. This is just 1,000,000%. No, like, in no way, shape, or form do I think that I'm incorrect. I think that this is 100. Like, no punish on 1-1-2 either. Ducking, I mean, playing Kazuya, and he's not low parrying 1-2-4-3. Which is like, if if 1-2-4-3 was the string that was working for you, and you wanted to be that smurf that's like, oh, I can, like, oh, I'm so good, and, like, I'm gonna beat you, and, like, I'm gonna prove to you that I'm better than you in so many ways, then the real steez would be low parrying 1-2-4-3 and using down 2-2 and a mixture of heat burst to bound you and carry you to the wall and get a wall combo and get you woken up there and guess a 50-50 mix up from there. That's what, as a player who is not even like, I don't even think that very good, that just kind of understands the game a little bit. Like that's like how I would be approaching that situation, right? Like if that's what your win condition was, but he's not aware of what your win condition is. The only thing that he's aware of so far is that you might try and do electrics and that you've been grabbing him and he can't break grabs, so he's ducking more. That's the only thing he's thinking whatsoever. He's not whiff punishing you. He's not punishing any of your stuff. He's not steezing on you with like style points or anything like that. He just doesn't know what's going on. And because of his movement, you gave him more respect than he deserved significantly. And because of that, it caused you to have lapses in how you should be approaching this matchup, because you assumed he just automatically knew everything that you were going to throw at him, so you didn't attempt to throw anything at him. That's just unfortunate. I mean, again, using CD1 to approach, like nobody's doing this. Like, look, his brain has just got electric. Look, I didn't even have to say it. I didn't even have to continue to watch to know what he was going to keep doing. It's a one-track mind. He is still clearly has no idea, and he's not KBDing consistently, which tells me that he's also a new hitbox player, if not a new Tekken player altogether. So mixed with the fact that he's KBDing and it's scaring a bunch of new players, and the fact that he can just do electric, which is just arguably the best fucking move in the game, it has opened him up to get into a rank that he absolutely would not be at any way, shape, or form if it wasn't for the fact that he was using this controller. But I can tell you right now that he is not comfortable with the hitbox at all, and not comfortable with Tekken at all. It's very much so. Like, I can almost tell that he is, like, backing away from you just to KBD, because his KBD is so inconsistent, he's afraid of backdashing around range 0, range 1, range 1.5, so he has to get, like, range 3+ farther away from you to show you that he has this KBD, because he doesn't actually. Realistically, if you want a real armchair therapist assumption, I think he's probably taking his hand off the controller. Realistically, I think he's probably using two hands to try and do the KBD, because he doesn't know how to do it with one hand, and that's why he's backing all the way up. If you want my armchair therapist thought process on somebody who's played a lot of Kazuya in Tekken 7, and only Mishio's practically in T8, it's 100% what he's doing. Maybe not hitbox, but macro? Nah, I don't think so. I think it's hitbox 100%. He's not macroing. I played against enough hitbox players to know he's not macroing. Because if he was macroing, he would be KBD'd at all instances. He would have one-button electric punishes. He would... all that kind of stuff. But he's not considering punishing 1-1-2. He's not considering duck punishing things. He's not considering any of these things because it's him thinking. He's not using a macro. I'm positive it's just... he is using a hitbox, and his brain is struggling to keep up because he's not used to the controller. I think that's all it is. I think that is 100% just said and done. See, no punish there. Like if he had a macro that's a one-button electric. Like if he was cheating, it would have been, said and done, and he would have been launched, and you would have lost the round. But that's not happening. He backs up because he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know that he can take his turn. He doesn't even know that he can take his own turn back on a move that's like -20. I think it's like -18 to be exact, if you want like specifics. Like he's not even jabbing. He's not even consciously realizing that that move is negative and at least jabbing back. He's just standing there. He thinks it's still your turn, so he waits on slight timing, and then you waited as well because you knew it was negative, and then got confused why he didn't press, and you both pressed at the same time because he had no idea what he was doing, and you're sitting there like, why the fuck am I in a Kazuya mirror and this guy can't punish while rising 2? Are you serious? And he hasn't a single time. He hasn't punished anything. Nothing, which tells me it's not a macro. And like, maybe I could see you, thinking, hey, he's a Smurf, right? But it was realistically most likely just because you sidewalked before. Also, you won this round. He won and done you, didn't he? That's funny, fucking funny as hell. That's really funny. So I could go into this, and I could watch this. And I will, but I won't pause. I'll watch it just because this is the round this is the game that you won. So this will be the background footage while I say the rest that I need to do as I'm wrapping up both this video that I'm recording and this stream. But hopefully, hopefully, this footage at least kind of helped you or at least this review kind of helped you understand that this guy is definitely not a good player, like at all. Like, he's definitely just a hitbox player. He's definitely, yeah, like he's just mashing back. He knows that you can't keep up, so he's backdashing more. But I don't know what the fuck, I really don't know the thought process behind this. Like, I'm trying to think about this as a Smurf, as somebody who would be smurfing at this rank, and this just doesn't make any sense. This guy has no fucking clue what he's doing whatsoever, and because he KBD'd, you mistook severe lack of understanding and lack of any sort of, like, fundamentals, reaction, experience with this game. You just saw a hitbox player for the first time in ranked, most likely, and it just kind of it made you arbitrarily want to respect him. And I think that is just the most said and done kind of thing about all of this, really. And I wasn't gonna pause, but like, this guy still continues to, like, yeah, like, see, like, he's just trying to get away so he can wave dash in you. But he can't do, if he was a Smurf, he would be able to do wave dash into cancel electrics, but he can't. He does wave dash into regular Wind God Fist because he doesn't know how deep dash electrics work. He doesn't know how the misstep cancel works because he's not a good player. He just has this fundamental understanding of what he's done in the lab, what his friends have probably told him, and what he's seen on YouTube. And that entire amalgamation has turned this game into this pseudo-Kazuya, where he thinks he's playing real Tekken, and he thinks he knows what's going on, but realistically, neither of you really knew what was going on. And that's not, like, disrespect at all. It realistically isn't. But I think that it's important to understand that so you can move on and continue to better yourself, right? Who cares how ass you are right now? Who cares how ass you were in this clip? What matters is how ass you'll be in the future. Okay? And if you leave anything from this video, from this stream, from anything, it's that. It's that it doesn't matter how ass you are now. It only matters how ass you are in the future. So if you want to get better, man. Get better. Because if you get God of Destruction, who the fuck cares if you struggled at this rank? You know, if you're going to tournaments and having fun and really, like, making people get, you know, it's, oh my God, sending good players on a run for their money in locals and stuff like that, then who cares where you started? Who cares where you started? Who cares where you are now? But you should be caring about where you can be. And that's the most important thing, and that's why I say that, because there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that there's anything wrong pointing out that you two both kind of had a fundamental misunderstanding of this matchup, for multiple different reasons. Not for just not knowing the game. There's so many different factors to it. But I think it's the number one first step to be able to kind of understand. And I can give you 100%. Back to wave dash is not regular wave dash. No, it's just, again, it's just him doing. He's doing wave dashes off a hitbox. And again, his Wind God Fist out of... The fact that he's only gotten Wind God Fist every single time out of wave dash tells me, again, that he doesn't understand misstep canceling into another electric. He doesn't understand that once you do a, like, wave dash or a crouch dash or whatever you want to call it, you need to do one misstep no matter what to do the electric. Like, you can't just hit forward and then keep doing a wave dash and then get it out of it. Like, it's just not possible. And he clearly didn't know that, because if he did, he would be styling on you like that if he was a Smurf. He just would. Why is he so extra on the defensive side? So, and I think that's why. I think this is the understanding, the confusion that you had between what I'm seeing and what you were feeling in the game. Is it does look crazy. And you can think there's no way a real human being is playing like this, and that's what it looks like. Your question is actually, the answer to your question is simpler than you might think. It's because he doesn't know anything else. He doesn't understand anything else about the game. So that's why. Because he knows that he can wave dash, and if you try to approach him full screen, he can close the gap quicker than you can, which will screw up your timing, which means that he can wave dash 3, 4, 5, 6 times into your face and Wind God Fist you and launch you before you have gotten to the X mark that you've put in your mind on the stage that says, okay, I'm going to run up to him and do something at this point. I'm going to need to get to this point and get there. But he beats you to that point because of that. That's the only thing he's doing. That's it. He's just wave dashing. He's getting away from your face because he doesn't understand the neutral game, and he understands that you're not going to stop at him at this rank. Or you're just going to close the distance because he's back against the wall. So he's using that as an advantage to just instantaneously close as much pressure as possible and hope that you're not trying to block, dash block him, or in hopes that you're not catching on to what he's doing, but that's all he's doing. And that's why when you get close to him, all he does is down forward 1, 2. All he does is forward 2. All he does is down 4. Not even down back 4. Just down 4. It's why you completely see a different player when he's playing right up next to you. It's because it doesn't favor him. He knows that he has a game plan here, and that's what his game plan is. And if we go all the way back to what I said at the very beginning of the video, if Tekken and fighting games as a whole is a language, it's a conversation between two players, this guy has restated the question every single time you have asked him why he is doing this with the answer of, because this is all I know. And you've just assumed that because he has a KPD that you're like, no way, he's fucking lying to me. This guy's lying. There's no way that this guy doesn't know more. But it really is. It actually really is. And that, that's okay, because you didn't know. You didn't know now. Or you didn't know then, but you know now. And that's what's important, is you know now. And whenever you come across other hitbox players, it will become more easier to mentally deal with it. And you're not going to throw like fake mental pressure onto yourself because you're getting yourself worked up over something that his only game plan is to scare you. His only game plan is to scare you. That's it. Because he doesn't know how to do anything else. He doesn't know. See, like that. So okay. And then there's another example. I know I kept saying I wasn't gonna pause, but I just keep getting more and more examples. He's now canceling his KBD with a back input. And it looks, especially in ranked, like I don't know what this looked like on the connection, but this looks horrendous. If it's at like anything more than 60 milliseconds, like it completely, like the opponent like stutters around, and that's scary. But really, if we just look at his inputs and we go back, right? Player, because it'll be him. Yeah, or if we go back, we just look at him. Yeah, see, and it's not a macro because it's different timings, enough to be like around a frame. But it's enough to tell me that this is, I mean, again, he's in forward, neutral, down forward too. It's a hitbox player. What's going on, Blevel? What's going on, man? We're wrapping up the stream here, but I'm trying to teach some stuff real quick and hold it off. But see, like he doesn't know how to do, and then this is what tells me that it's not a macro, because of this input right here: forward, down, back. He tried to do exactly what he's been doing. This. He tried to do that. But he fucked up. And then he got it that time. But it's not difficult to do that. Like it looks crazy here, and it looks crazy in game. But this is even on stick, this is easy. Like I'd say pad, this is actually harder to do, unironically, but I don't like playing pad. Stick, this is not difficult to do. But hitbox, this is so easy to do. Because when you're letting go of one forward input, it doesn't dictate how long it takes you to do back. So you can instantaneously do a wave dash into back, and he's just trying to scare you. He's just trying to scare you. That's it. He's just trying to scare you. That's all he's trying to do here. That's it. And they're different frames, but they're all within a frame of each other. So it's just a hitbox. I mean, that's just how you see it. If every input is always the exact same, then it's macros. But it's difficult to tell sometimes if you don't know how to play or you don't know how to tell a hitbox player because of how fast you can get all of these inputs out. This is 1,000,000%. I know I've said it before, but I want to lock in my answer. This is a hitbox player. This is a brand new hitbox player who's probably spent 20, 30 hours probably in lab learning KBD and wave dashes and all these kinds of things, and has zero fundamental understanding of how the game actually is played. That's all this is. See, because he gets a hit trying to do it again. Like, unironically, this isn't even a question, like, for chat. This is just a general question. Like, how fucking long was this guy going to do this? Because even though you electricked, he still did it. And he doesn't realize that, like, it's not a good thing to do. Like, you can't just do that. I mean, he pressed a button, which I don't know why. Yeah, and you got scared and you got intimidated, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting that whatsoever. Not at all, because that 110% is what was the problem, and that's it. And that's okay. That's okay. And that's why it's important to watch your replay. So going all the way back to the question of how do you lab? How do you know to lab? Don't worry. I'll have a video on that. I'll have a much better video on that. A much better video on that. But a part of labbing is the fundamental understanding of learning. And that, what we just did, was labbing, right? You didn't have to go into practice, but you now know consciously to not give the respect to these kinds of players because they don't deserve it. They don't. Don't give somebody a respect unless they deserve it or they earn it. And that's a more convoluted explanation that I would have to get into another time, unfortunately, because I am going to be out of here. I hope everybody learned some stuff. Rain, I hope you of all kind of really learned this stuff. Oh, Kokoro just reached Tekken King while I was here. Good shit. Awesome. Congratulations, man. That's great to hear. Yeah, I'm sorry, Blubble. I'm getting out of here. I've been 3.5 hours. Goddamn, Jesus fuck, man. I recorded a video out of it. Got some good games in. We taught some stuff from people. It was a good stream. It was awesome. Thank you guys, seriously, everybody, for stopping by. And please, I'll drop this here real quick. I dropped it in the middle of the stream, but I'll do this one more time. I got a Discord. So if you guys liked any of the explanations that I had, you want your own explanation. You got questions for me, you got questions for anybody else in chat, I'll give you the same explanations and the same level of care that I just now. I'm not here for money. I'm not here for ad time. I'm not here to become the biggest person ever. I want to create a community and I want to help you guys out. I really do, because I really enjoy helping people a lot. Really do. I've been coaching professional gaming for a very long time. And I feel like one of the things that I genuinely really do understand a lot. So I like helping people and it's just fun. So if you guys want more help, if you guys want anything, if you want to know when I get updated or when I upload videos, when I have questions on what I should be uploading, when you guys, when I'm having crazy fun streams that I'm planning that sometimes won't be on YouTube and only on Twitch, you'll get let know all that stuff as well. Like you'll know everything. You'll know everything. And you get to ask the questions and learn and have an area where if nobody else responds, which we have a lot of really good GOD1, GOD2 players in the server, if they don't answer it, I will gladly answer it as well. So seriously, guys, thank you so much for watching. I cannot thank you guys enough. Before you go, where are you from? East America, sorry. EU, or not EU, my God. East Coast America is where I'm from. And then Rain is Middle East. I know that one because we were talking about that earlier. So I am from the East Coast of America. Whenever we do our Tekken 8 player matches on Saturday, anybody is welcome, including Europe, including Asia. If the connection is bad, I might have to ask you to leave, but I have no problems trying. And there are plenty of people in Europe that still play consistently in the server or in the player matches. So you're from Middle East too? We have a handful of people from the Middle East that pop by. So if the connection wouldn't be good for me, I can at least guaranteed a couple of people from the Middle East that you would be able to have in a player match lobby as well while you're just watching the stream as well. So definitely stop by. Next Saturday, we'll be doing our Tekken 8 player matches, guys. Next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be Street Fighter 6. So if you guys like Street Fighter 6 and you want to see that, I'll be doing that. Friday will be Tekken 8 Ranked, maybe, or Street Fighter 6 Ranked, I don't know. And then Saturday, like I said, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, will be our Saturday player match streams. Guys, thank you so much. There's a handful of new people today. You guys are amazing. I really cannot thank you guys enough, both on Twitch and YouTube. I've gotten a handful of new people on Twitch recently, and I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are fucking amazing, and you guys on YouTube as well. I will not be anywhere I get in the future or anywhere now without you guys, and I always will be forever grateful for you guys. So thank you so much, seriously. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good night, everybody. See ya.